Officially were like fucked after season 3.
Okay.
But we were like, yo,
sending data
we
online.
Before, you know what I mean? But
online.
we basically went dark for like a year.
Okay.
Close to it. And then so 4 now has been pretty much Maine and Kev.
Yeah, on my Facebook.
And whenever you've
All Black Part 2. Yeah, I think that's the first thing I had, Jerome. We on screensaver right now. So I'm gonna check it real quick.
I did a big Shifa. Big, you know what I mean?
Okay. Hey, y'all.
They saw that shit.
It ain't coronavirus.
It sounds good to me. How y'all think?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Sounds good. I'm about to
Keep this.
I'm about to share it to y'all right now, man. Share it to the pre-gamers.
There ain't no coronavirus.
But go ahead and start sending it out.
Okay. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do now.
Go ahead and start sending it out.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Tagging, cause I have to tag y'all.
Absolutely. Just make sure that they're hearing us.
They are. I'm
he's listening to it right now.
So,
welcome.
the time is officially, what, sir? I'll ask you what. What time is it? Oh, I'm sorry.
If we were West Coast, this is right on prime time.
Nice. We never said which one.
We right on time.
We right on time. 100%.
We right on. As a matter of fact, we early.
We're good to go.
We 2 hours early, y'all.
Fact.
So, appreciate all them LA cats out there. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, you don't worry, you early. You got you got 2 more hours that you need to tune in. And you know what I'm saying? To our East Coast cats, you know what I'm saying? We apologize for the technical difficulties.
Pre-game.
Season 4.
Pre-game.
And it's been a crazy 2 weeks.
Pre-game.
We are outlet.
Alright, screensaver back in.
But we still here and we on. I know I'm on. What about you, Snacks?
I'll wait until.
What about you, Blacks?
I'm getting there.
What about you, Asher One?
I'm good.
What about you, special guest Jermaine?
Dutch Master?
Dutch.
AKA the other Jermaine.
AKA the other Jermaine.
I used to hate that shit.
What you said was Dutch what?
Dutch Maystar.
Dutch Maystar, son. So how you feeling right now, son?
Good to go. Let's do this.
Right, absolutely.
I'll say the word.
Go, son.
No, it's about slate.
Oh, no. Yeah, keep the slate up. Keep the slate.
So what's time?
We got the transition.
So basically we had our toast of freedom.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We've had our toast of freedom.
Okay. Look. Okay.
So good, by the way. Shit warms your soul.
I try to give it a chill shot. Nobody wants a hot shot of Goldschlager, a hot shot of cinnamon. That's look. Only Bobby, only Clutch would like that shit.
Shout out to Clutch.
Clutch, we got that cinnamon over here.
Yeah.
Cinnamon gold.
Cinnamon.
So, is this your shot, Jerome? Or this your drink?
Yes.
I never move with you. I just wanted to rotate.
And then that's my shot glass right there.
Oh, okay. Cool. And that's
Hey, you know what?
rotation. What's up?
I would like to pour myself another shot of the Goldschlager, sir.
I want to can we get shots?
Thank you.
Oh, shit!
It's water.
Wasn't
It's water.
Water's free.
That man doing everything in his phone to get away from it.
We watching.
We are watching, Kevin. We are watching.
We watching.
Feel like somebody's watching me, and I got no privacy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody to the pregame show. We know, hey, better late than never, and we still here because there's a lot of shit to talk about.
You know black people always late.
Yeah, we don't see good time.
We were here.
We don't see good time.
We were here.
We had to come back.
We don't see good time. So hopefully you have been pre-gaming. You understand what I'm saying? Because that is what is the nature of this show.
Facts.
Black Everything Matter. You understand what I'm saying? And shout out, first of all, shout out, blessings, peace and blessings to the protesters out there
Word.
who are keeping it going.
They were up there on fucking Pleasant Hill
Who
Road
are,
today.
Were they?
Who
Yes.
are-
They entertained with
Man,
too.
I missed the one that was down my way.
Had to bypass this so I can go do some shopping. Oh, they protesting. That's what's up. Let me turn it the other way.
So shout out to the people out there
Dude,
dedicated to be on the ground,
bro.
day in, day out.
This is my homeboy Antonio. Shout out to Tony, man. You was up in Asheville that is predominantly white in front of everybody downtown during the protest today, saying, you know what, if you with us, be with us. Don't do this writing Black Lives Matter over shit, because at the end of the day, people looking at that first letter in that phrase is black, and they pointing all that shit on us, man. He like, just be with us, and don't be with us, man. He did a fucking amazing job today, man, at the protest. I'm like, man, it's a real thing right now, man. It's serious out
Absolutely.
here, man. It's
So
serious.
again, shout out to the people on the ground. Shout out to the people who are dedicated to being on the ground, day in and day out. Cause you know, it's that's a tall task, but you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? I saw somebody post something about how long some of the boycotts lasted back during the civil rights movement. You know what I'm saying?
Years.
And we haven't even.
We touched that.
You know what I'm saying?
Started that.
The Montgomery
we-
thing, that took almost a
We've
full
been
year.
seconds. We've been seconds in this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Compared
facts.
to what they had to go through back in the day. So you know what I'm saying? I appreciate the folks on the ground.
Straight up,
You
man.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
man.
other than that, you know what I'm saying? You know, y'all keep that up. Y'all definitely keep that up, man. Put their foot on their neck. And we're gonna try and get to a lot tonight. We on. I don't got nowhere to be. I can't speak for everyone else.
Someone gotta be somewhere tomorrow.
Yeah.
We always gotta be somewhere.
Anybody else?
But yeah, I definitely gotta be home.
This is a shot of
to my
Goldschlager.
family.
You know what I mean?
But we
And I'm
definitely,
What do
we
we have a
definitely
shout out
need
to?
to.
Goldschlager.
We definitely
What's
need
in this
to.
drink? Is it Southern Comfort? Do me a shot of Gold Slugger.
Yeah. Don't ain't talking about Southern
Are
Comfort.
we pouring shots? Because I already got mine.
Cause that Southern Comfort can sometimes be a little bit harsh.
Well, you know
I'm
what?
saying?
I had me
Thank
some
you, sir.
Popeyes before we started, so
Soak it all up.
it'll consume
You
anything.
You good?
My stomach right now is the ooze they made the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
We haven't transitioned.
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if y'all was good.
I'm just trying to make sure we in frame.
Y'all got
We
it.
We on the train out here, man.
We good out
And
here.
maybe good.
That nigga say, oh,
You good, man?
That's what he said.
Take this. Slay, you get the rest of
I'm
it, man. We
done.
good.
I'm done.
all right, look, y'all.
I'm done.
I want to bring it back. Oh, no, get
Oh, man.
yeah, scoot. Yeah, get it all in. You need to scoot in there, man.
Okay, yeah, I'll scoot in here.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Yo, who's taking the shot right
keep
now?
Going. Keep going.
3 of us are.
Who else?
3 of us.
Who else taking the shot?
I'm still drinking.
Did you want to try to go slow?
Hey, yo, but you can pour your own poison. You can pour your own shot.
No.
I'm not back here.
Look, for this situation right here, these kind of situations, I'll pour a shot, but I'm not.
Damn, because I poured my own. And
I was, you didn't want to wait. And guess what? I'm not gonna stop it.
Damn phone.
You right.
I ain't stopping a man from pouring his own shots.
You right, and I appreciate that, son. I appreciate
Can we
that.
chuck up a
Are we
little
live
bit?
right now?
We can chuck up a little bit, right?
Chuck up.
We have to. That's
That's a manual. Yeah,
that's a manual.
Here, Jerome.
No, that's.
So, whoever's still around,
That's it, right?
We
Oh,
appreciate you.
That's it. That
you
should be
understand what I'm
it.
saying? We appreciate you.
Where is?
And we about
He's
to
there.
go.
Oh yeah.
We about to go. And
Okay, so
go ahead and keep
we'll start it back over again.
Right.
You sure you're not?
I'm good.
Man.
I'm straight.
All right.
I'm
All right.
straight.
Okay. So we back in it.
Back at it.
We
Man.
back in it.
We've been going live behind the scenes for an hour, y'all. So sorry you missed it. You should have been here.
Yo, there wouldn't be a pregame show without the Blair bitch.
The fucking Blair bitch.
AKA Murphy.
She been around since what? The sequel? Was it the sequel?
No, season 1.
Season 1. What's season
No,
2?
but
Shout out to
movie
Alan
was
Vick.
Blair Witch Project.
Blair Witch.
But which movie?
It was
the sequel?
no. It was
the
it wasn't
reboot.
it wasn't the original or the sequel. It was the Blair Witch Project 20 blah 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 whatever.
Right.
The original Blair Witch?
No,
No.
it
was the third movie.
Thank you.
It was the third movie.
So let's get it back cracking.
Mm-hmm.
We did one with just for you guys out there. We'll do it again.
Oh,
Toast some motherfucking freedom.
Freedom.
Come by, goddamn.
Now, as I was trying to say before we got cut off the first time, before we get into new business, old business. The last time we were here,
Gerard, no. Look, I came on.
Absolutely.
something happened,
Absolutely.
and there were two pre-gamers that had to take shots of Flint water.
Court demands justice.
The tally sheet, man. 'Cause God damn, I don't
The
recollect
people
this.
He does.
Damn.
He does. And as always, you can choose to take that shot then at the time, or you can wait to the next pregame event, which this is.
Absolutely.
So for that occasion,
It's going down.
it's already right here.
And
Wait,
we
wait,
also-
wait. Is it cold?
And look, yeah. Oh, it's cold. It's
Is
cold.
it cold?
Hey, guess what? Guess what?
Yeah, because if it ain't cold, Jerome, we gonna go up.
Hold up.
Ew.
It was ready at
Jerome, I'm
10.
telling you, bro.
It was ready at 10.
I pulled it out before the show started. Right before
It
the show
was ready
started.
at 10.
There's a ring right
It's
here
got to be
of
cold. I
condensation.
got one request.
There's a ring condensation right here.
Condensation. Condensation.
Yeah.
That is the word of the motherfucking day, y'all.
How about
Condensation.
I'll tell you this? It's not hot. It's not hot.
Above warm.
Hey, and we'd also like to remind.
It's got to be.
We'd also like to remind everyone that Flint still don't have clean water.
That's what.
This is true.
That's the issue.
This is
Flint,
very true.
and then now they're not providing Flint, Michigan, with clean water.
Not at all. With no federal aid.
None?
None.
That out.
You know what I'm saying?
For years.
So,
I wonder if the senators do have clean water though. You know what I'm saying? Like, do those
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And that's what I said. If you want to invoke real change, you run up on them motherfuckers.
You know what I mean?
You pull up on the
Like-
senator's
like
door
who- like
with
who
the straps
does
like,
that? Just
look
so we
here,
can
that
get it
agreement will
It's
get
cool.
changed.
It's cool. It's not
Just
hot.
so we
Hold
can
up.
get it cracking.
Hold up, Black's got something to say.
I can put on ice for you real fast.
No, I ain't no pussy. You know what I mean?
Hey, yo.
You don't have to.
Yo, like, did we ever establish who pours the Flint water? Can you pour your own Flint?
It's a thing where we did.
Absolutely.
We did. And what was discussed was this. It must be a consensus. The same thing. If you had to get your own switch,
Right.
don't bring that. Okay. You brought to push this big. Okay, I'll be right back. And then
Like, there's not a definite line for
Yeah.
Flint water. There's not a
there is
perfect
not.
measurement.
But you cannot short yourself on the Flint
What
water.
does that mean?
I mean, I'm saying though.
Oh,
I-
so everybody,
you-
everybody
what does that
has
mean?
consensus that that's
Well,
that's sufficient.
the way I see it,
Okay.
I would say Kevin's rules. When you ask
Sanctuary.
Kev to pour you a shot, and then he pour it.
Until your cup runs over. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo,
damn.
you know what he
And
poured?
then
You know that he
it points
poured?
at you the
You know
entire
that-
time.
That nigga pour a drinking fucking rally.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
There it is. That's a drinking fucking rally.
How
Hey,
you
and this
listen?
Kevin right here.
it looked like a muffin.
And he will sit there the entire time.
Like a liquor muffin.
Until you don't spill it.
You need to put
So
your
that's why
you need to put your mouth on it before you pull it.
I pour my
You
own
better-
shit. Let's get it
Absolutely.
cracking.
All right.
Man.
So, okay, so we
Spirit?
said there has to be a
Oh,
consensus on
why
what it
did
is.
over like Sprite?
Hey yo, hold up. The last time you took a shot of this was on the field trip, right?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, Jerome, it just in lieu of spiritual
No,
Jerome.
no.
It's nasty.
No,
It looks
no.
nasty as fuck.
That's
Like,
a
No.
proper
Yo, I need
shot.
y'all-
That's
no,
a proper
Wait,
shot.
I need y'all. I need
No.
y'all.
That is
to
a
chill
proper
out. I need
shot.
y'all. I need
Oh,
y'all
does it have
to chill
to
out
be-
right now.
does it have
I'm
to
trying
be
to
majority?
concentrate.
No.
Look, I need y'all to chill out.
Does it have to be majority?
That's a proper
Oh,
shot.
I'll tell you.
That's
I'll
a
tell you
shot,
what-
man.
That's a
Don't
proper.
play
See,
this.
thank you.
Yo,
That's a proper
yo,
shot.
Not to
I'm
do with
trying
Drum
not
that
to
shit
do
is
this
strong,
shit.
brother.
You don't got nothing to prove.
I don't have to match him.
Kev,
I'll take it.
you allow it?
I'll
All
take
right,
it.
I'm good with it. Are you good with it?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I'm gonna be just
So okay,
as
so
vicious,
it's a
though.
consensus. It's a
Good, good
consensus.
Sure.
You're a drink.
Let me see. Let me
I'm
see.
good with that.
No.
Okay, no.
Bro,
No.
he overboard. Like,
No.
come on.
No.
Did I overpour? Is that
No, he
over?
did not.
Hey.
That's less.
All right, that's a proper shot.
That's a
I'll
proper
take it.
shot.
I'll take it.
All right.
I'll take it.
I'm with it.
But I'll say this.
That's a
I'll
extra shot.
I'll say this though. These shots are less than that toast of freedom shot we just took.
Yeah.
But that's a
some
different
nasty ass
substance.
shit. Like, oh my God.
Kevin, this is
like,
a different substance we were dealing with right
Wait,
here.
wait,
fuck
wait,
out of
wait.
here. Like,
Go
y'all
ahead,
really
Bucket.
gonna
I
drink
need
this
you.
shit?
I need you.
Fuck out of
I
here,
need you to
son.
tighten up.
My man, Bucket.
Jerome,
I need you to
I am
tighten
there.
up.
I am there
I
with
need
you,
you to
man.
tighten
No,
up.
fuck it.
Look,
My
wait.
man, Bucket.
That's flirting with the bartender.
I need you to tighten up.
Jerome, you killing
I
me,
need you to
brother.
tighten
We'll
up.
never
No,
get
hold on.
equal.
That's flirting with the bartender. That's a straight up.
That's it.
This is what
Look,
you paying for.
Look,
Shit.
Look,
Come
all
on.
shots matter. You know what I'm saying? You know what
Nigga, I gotta go to work in the morning.
Yo.
Hey, so
All right, we good. We
get
good.
to it. Get to it.
Get
Get
to
to
it.
it.
Freedom.
Freedom.
All right now.
Flint still ain't got clean water, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Oh shit, he had to go. Oh my God. Oh, wait, no. Outside.
You good? You good?
Yeah.
We good. We free. We
Nigga.
free.
Is your shot done?
Nope.
Wow.
That shit.
Now it is.
This nigga said. This nigga said we free. And he still had a side deal.
I'm done. I'm done.
Shit.
Oh,
I
shit.
Man.
This nigga
can't.
said,
There's
wait a
just
minute.
so many
Yo, I got
liquors
the house.
in that motherfucker, Jermaine.
I got
I don't
the
think you
house.
can gauge how much
I'm
liquor in there.
good.
I can count at least
I
50.
gotta go.
Well, we
At least 50 different liquors.
When he gave, I started to taste it.
At
I was
least
like, oh
50.
shit, wait a minute.
Bro, then everything just.
But you finished it.
Yeah.
You finished it.
Drambuie,
Oh, what the fuck?
Man, I'm telling man.
Oh my
Vermouth.
God. Oh.
vermouth.
Vermouth.
Yo, yo.
I've heard of that. I've heard only in movies though.
You
Like,
got- It's used to make martinis. You don't drink
Yo,
by shit by itself.
I can taste that tequila that you had that one time we was here.
yeah.
Is that in there?
funny.
Oh yeah, that's,
That's what I'm saying.
the only thing ain't in
look.
that shit.
Oh my
Jägermeister's in it.
That was funny.
There's Jaeger in here.
Gold sliders going
Hey,
there. You know what
hey,
I'm
'cause
saying?
it is.
It is.
You gotta hold it down. I'm telling you.
That
So-
was comical. That was
So,
good. That was good.
once
Shit.
again, y'all, okay,
Yes.
business has been handled, everyone. So
Now to new
now
business.
we
Yes.
must
Oh, new
proceed.
business. Okay.
All right. So
The time is
Is-
currently 11:32, and I am on.
I will second that.
I thrice
Go
that. I thrice that.
Sustained.
Sustained.
But again,
Objection. You're not drunk enough.
we're
I'm fucking with you.
I'm on.
we're laughing.
Yeah.
We're having a good time.
Fucked up shit.
The
It's
serious
been-
shit.
Hey,
Yeah.
our special guest.
Like 20 miles right down the road.
Yo,
Like,
I gotta go that same direction.
you know what's
sir.
funny? You know what's funny? The last like special guest we had to be amongst this said the same thing.
are you serious?
Yes.
What was the last time y'all had? Like, what the fuck was going on
Like
then?
4 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yo.
All right, what was going
And
on?
this,
4
and
years?
it, but matter of fact, this was before we were doing the pregame show. But my man came through for my birthday,
Yeah.
and I remember he was sitting right there at the table, like
Y'all
y'all
getting old right now. It the
We used to do 7 a.m.
7
shows.
a.m.
We used to do 7 a.m. shows.
7 a.m.
Morning drinking
Sunday
hour.
morning.
Yo,
7 a.m. Sunday morning.
Yes.
It's like
we was just like this.
Out the fresh 12, Jermaine.
his man
No,
said.
I can believe it.
His man said.
Because you up. You up at that point.
His man
It's
said.
your nighttime.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
he said, man, I had to set an alarm to be here today.
And we was in here. Yes.
Yes.
All of us were. It was for my birthday. It was Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
That was back.
Dog.
Yes. Yes.
God. The
Yes.
morning, the drive home
So,
with
yeah.
the bright sun.
So
Just
yeah, we was lit that day.
Yo,
We was lit
the
that
sun
day.
is just.
Yes. Yes, we were.
Yeah,
Son. That was Golden Corral morning. I failed at Golden Corral.
Oh, hell, that was Girl Scout cookie, man.
Yes.
Yeah, girl, man.
Yes. But yo, it's funny because he's sitting here like, yo, what? Yo, y'all are on.
Stay down.
Oh, I love it. I'm
I
talking
don't
about all this bullshit.
But my man sat there too, and he was like, yo, I'm still trying to wake up. And we was like, pull up, nigga.
Pull up, nigga.
We finna go to the movies.
Pull up, nigga.
He's like,
Nigga, we on, nigga. You better get right.
right, you know what I'm saying? Because this how we going. This how we rolling out. And he's like, yo, I'm still trying to catch up. I'm still trying to get here.
Oh, shit.
But again, we know nothing sweet, y'all. And I've been promoting this all day. And you've seen the pictures. You know, I wanted to throw in something. The Black Boys. That was a Black Boys Easter Sunday picture. And I definitely wanted to put something up there as a show of black excellence. Because I don't want the fact to be lost that despite everything, we still here. We free. We made it through all of that. Our ancestors made it through all of that. And we here right now, able to have this platform and not have to worry about this mob of white vengeance raining down on us.
Because you know why? We ain't going back. Ain't no fucking nothing to go back to. I'm from here.
There is a picture of Emmett Till.
Man, that shit's horrible.
In this rotation.
Shit's
I
horrible.
saw that.
So you will see what white vengeance did.
And that
to a
line
black
No.
No,
Vengeance,
a white
vengeance,
lie.
vengeance,
A white
vengeance,
lie. A white lie,
vengeance,
absolutely.
vengeance
Literally
implies,
a white lie.
vengeance says that something happens and there
I'm
was
sorry.
a retaliation
Or
to
maybe
that.
a
And I
beautiful
apologize.
lie.
And I apologize. And I
No,
apologize.
yeah.
I apologize.
That's the story that was told.
I apologize.
That's the story that was told.
I apologize.
But vengeance implies that there was a wrong and someone seek
Absolutely.
justice and may have or may have not went overboard in the shit.
Absolutely.
No. That lying ass bitch, yeah, I said it.
Yeah,
She,
absolutely.
on her
Absolutely.
deathbed or when she got old age, said, you know what? She lied, you know what? But guess what? You don't get deathbed / old age, you know what I'm saying, confession because you want to go to heaven now.
Yeah.
That man would still be alive today.
Yeah.
He will be alive today if your folks hadn't murdered him,
Yeah.
went to court, got off of that shit,
Yeah.
and then did an article and said, yeah, we killed him.
Yo,
Not even a perjury charge?
nothing.
Yeah. They literally said in a magazine on radio,
There
yeah,
it is
we
right
killed
there.
him.
There it is right
Yeah.
there. That's what they did to him for whistling.
Wait.
Allegedly.
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 We probably didn't even know who that bitch was.
She
Right.
said that it happened at all. Nothing happened.
But even today, that's all it takes. Is
Absolutely.
for a
Like that
phone
lying
call.
ass lady in Central Park.
Man,
Oh man, that's
Hey,
That's all it
Cooper.
took. She literally turned making a phone call into the police as a weapon against a goddamn man off a lie.
And
Off
then
a dirty lie.
And then she said, I'm going to tell
Yep.
them.
like, stay
that-
away. Like, stay
He
away.
said, no, don't come close to me. I'm going to tell them
You already-
that you're a black man
How about
harassing
this?
me.
Replace that with, I got a gun. It's the same thing. It's the same exact goddamn thing in this time and age where we are getting motherfucking killed by the police, or the folks that are sworn to protect us are killing us at a disproportionate rate as compared to the white males.
But we
in
know
society. It's
they've
great.
been
All
doing
white
that.
folks in
But we know
society.
they've been doing that. These things that are happening now, we have black people. My parents, grandparents have said these things were happening decades ago, centuries ago.
Absolutely.
But now there's proof.
social
And
media,
even with
and
proof,
even with it, it don't
y'all
even-
still don't want. Well, I don't know what happened before the camera got. Motherfucker, you see that shit? That man is running away.
yeah.
He's running away. So
The South
Yo,
Carolina
did I
one?
use that? Did
Yeah.
I use
I don't
that
know.
as a,
because it's
did I use that as a
in
dictionary
the
name?
Wild West,
Did you watch
you
it?
couldn't
Did
shoot
I
a man
use
in
that
the
as a
back.
dictionary? 'Cause I have.
You was a dirty motherfucker.
You shot him in the back.
You
Yeah, it
shot
should
somebody in
be
the
in
back.
the
You was a
section.
dirty
Oh,
motherfucker,
no, not in
even
this,
in
not
the
in this,
Wild
not in
West.
this. Don't worry about it.
In the
Yeah,
Wild
exactly
West,
right.
you couldn't shoot a man in the
and
back.
and that was recently shown, but here's the fucked up part. The part that bothers me the most, right? Like, we're talking about it because we just have just additional, 3 additional names, the ones that you mentioned, just 3 additional names on a long list of fucking names that they don't fucking care that they did it. They get away with it, and it continues to happen in the protests and in the looting and all
That's
this
the
shit.
Breonna
Yo,
Taylor.
yo,
Man,
yo,
Breonna,
yo,
they still
They
not
haven't caught
charged,
them
man.
yet.
Son
Yo,
in,
They're
son in
still
Baltimore.
not charged, man.
Son in
Yo.
Baltimore. Son
Yo,
in Baltimore.
Son in
How
Georgia.
about this? Philip Pinnell. I was just talking about this. April 10th, 1990, Teaneck, New Jersey. I know this because I lived there. I would have fucking been at the park with my man and be like, yo, I don't feel right. We shouldn't go. A cop shot. His name was Gary Spatz. Look it up. No charges. They suspended the motherfucker. And that was it. Nothing. That was 1990. 1990.
Well, look. Here's the thing. As of recently, and this is why there's been an uptick. They say it's because of the pandemic or whatever.
Everybody at home.
Everybody's home. My wife said the same thing.
Not even that.
Hey,
And
they ain't got
folks
to
are
work
watching.
either.
Folks
Yeah.
are watching.
They ain't got to work either.
Folks are watching.
Look, remember last time we was here, or the last time we might have did an episode. I said we talked about the coronavirus and this whole thing. I mentioned that Trump said, "Hey, let the states have it." It was gonna be all about the states.
I remember
Yep.
that. I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? And so now that's what's going on. Now the states, right? Which now, like I said, now Georgia's in the spotlight because they have more states' rights. So now in Glenn County, you know what I'm saying? You got a situation to where, you know what I mean? The prosecutor, the DA, and just some motherfucker with a gun, just because it wasn't a cop.
You talking about down
Brunswick.
Yeah, Ahmad. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, on Brunswick.
Yeah. And if anybody that's from Georgia knows that those areas,
Yo, them good old boy, them good old, that good old boy area.
for niggas to just disappear.
Man, facts.
Don't go to Forsyth
Yeah,
County.
yeah, fucking gay.
Don't go to Forsyth
But-
County.
but-
Don't go to Jiggins County. Don't go to fucking Glenn County, Brunswick. You know what I mean? In which once you know about shit like that, man, like I said, they had the Green Book out there for a reason. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And at this point, with the spread of the internet, think about it. There's been a whole bunch of racist TikTok shit going on from the kids.
Man, you saw the ones.
Where you think they get some of that propaganda from?
Where'd they get it from?
Fucking parents.
Yep, their parents are alright with it. Racism is taught, B.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Racism is.
But now you
absolutely
got,
taught, B.
like I said, but now you got people that's sheriffs, deputies. You know what I'm
I
saying?
said all the time,
You
what
got-
happened to they? And what happened to all these racist motherfuckers? What happened to them and their families and their friends down over the years? Like,
Listen,
you know,
when you think about it, right? How free have we been? You can say we've been free since
They-
what, Jim Crow.
They couldn't
Since-
legally.
since
Been
Jim
free
Crow was
ish.
pretty much done.
They couldn't legally make us work without paying us.
So what year was that?
Whenever
That's
they-
our parents'
18.
generation.
Whenever they,
No,
whenever
18.
I guess you would say whenever they legalize minimum or whatever they set minimum wage,
I would argue when
So
they.
that's our
when they-
parents' generation.
pretty much.
So wait,
My folks pick cotton.
When,
re-ask it.
You know what I'm saying?
when did we really get free to the point where we can have this platform right now?
Oh,
we can be
oh.
this free
Oh,
right
No,
now.
shit.
No, it's
We
in
didn't
our
get to this
generation.
point.
19, I would say our generation
Our
because
generation.
arguably.
This
This
didn't
the
exist
groundbreaking.
in
Well,
our
look,
first generation.
how about this?
It's now this
So
generation.
think about that. You know
Within
what
the
I'm saying?
last- within the
we
last
looking
15, 20
like,
years.
Like Emmett Till, that wasn't
That wasn't that
wasn't
long ago.
that long
That
ago.
wasn't that long ago.
He would be alive right
How
now.
about this? To your point, how about this? The fact that the first black woman and a white man kissed on Star Trek, which was in the 60s, tells you everything. Think about it.
Yo, that's that loving you
like-
case. That remember that loving.
Yeah,
case?
loving so. And the reason that case passed because this country is not for telling what white men can't do. Had it been a nigga,
Man infest destiny.
had
you know
it
what I'm saying?
been like Chris Rock said for something else, had it been a Jerry curl nigga from Mississippi
Hell no.
with a white woman, that's you lost. You know what I'm saying? What nigga? No.
Chris
No.
Rock, Robin,
Like, blah, blah.
been dropping gems.
You know what I'm
You know what
saying?
I'm
I
saying?
remember that nigga
Yo,
had
they all been
had
telling
jokes
us,
on
B.
gun control.
The-
back on Bring the Pain.
And
or
guess
something.
he was right. Look,
They all been telling
I've
us
been
for
saying
years,
it for
B.
years
For
too.
years, B.
I can solve this gun control problem right now. Look, Charlamagne the guy been saying it. Look, tell a nigga you know, go out there, get you a semi-automatic, a handgun, and a shotgun. Get legal. And I guarantee you, if half of the black population goes buys guns, and here's the thing, to all of my Muslim brothers, hey, go out there and start buying guns. I guarantee you what.
That changes the whole conversation.
Because-
exactly.
look.
It changes the whole
Because guess what?
conversation.
As a student of history, I know that's why you can't have guns in California, because the Black Panthers had guns at the Capitol. Oh, that shit. How the motherfucker you see motherfuckers right now showing up full,
In
tuned
Atlanta.
up.
Hey,
That
yo.
was in Atlanta.
Hey yo,
Yesterday.
Hey yo, but
At the Capitol.
but yo, check it. Let's go back even further. I remember when I was still working at the last spot, and the motherfuckers out there like in Oregon took control of a government building. Armed
Yeah.
for like,
Clive and Bundy. That was the Clive and Bundy thing, I
They
think.
did what?
right?
And they
Yo,
been black.
that was Clive.
They-
They done blown
It was
niggas
about-
up.
it was
They
about-
alive?
Hold up.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
One of them died.
One
Uno?
died.
One guy
One.
died.
And it was
That
an open vote.
militia and was it with the water, with the pipe thing?
Yeah, no.
They
it was
were
Clive
out
and
in
Bundy.
Oregon.
They had a ranch or whatever that was
I
technically.
thought that was Waco.
No, you know what I mean.
No.
They had there was a bit of land that was owned by the state or whatever.
My bad.
And so-
apparently, white folks can get land and just say fuck the authorities
Well, no,
and
no,
let
no.
that shit ride.
But no, this is what was happening.
Welcome to
They
America.
had a ranch of animals, right? That they would send to the state side of their property to feed. You know what I mean?
So they're grazing on this side of the line.
Okay.
Or I could be wrong about that. Like I said, you can look it up. I don't know. But or it was a situation where they had land out there and the state wanted to seize it, and they weren't trying to hear that shit. You know what I mean? Who knows? But regardless, they showed up at the state building, armed to the teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yo,
And
you
took
ain't
it.
taking shit.
And took it.
And then the
Occupied
old man,
that motherfucker.
and the old man, that was the joint where the old man was sitting in there under the damn blue tarp for like hours, and he was armed under the damn blue tarp.
They didn't even kill him at the state building. They
Yo.
killed him out in like on the side of the road.
No. The dude that got killed on some different shit. Like it wasn't no focus kill. You know what I mean? That old ass man sat in his rocking chair with a damn shotgun. And put a blue tarp over it and said, "You're not moving me from this property." And said,
I read about that.
and they said
Yo.
it was 16 hours or some shit like that. And
dig it. Only one person of that militia died, and none of them are in jail.
no, some of them in jail.
Are they?
Yeah.
All right.
They got one. Oh, they
I
got
know
one or
some
two.
got let go.
They got one or two. But at the
But
end of the
they're
day,
alive though.
the
Like,
state
like,
got that property.
Exactly.
Like-
Only
like-
one died. Only
yo,
one died.
we getting
Yo,
killed at
they was
traffic
talking
stops.
about letting them
Like,
out because of
you know what I'm
coronavirus or
saying? We
whatever.
ain't even taking over shit, which I believe is the fear.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
I'm
On
sorry.
the-
No, they
on-
just don't want to.
on the-
We can't exist in their space, man. That's just
Yeah,
I-
fuck
I-
your space.
No,
Not your space. Fuck yeah.
fuck space.
On a side note, the drink of the day was Southern Comfort and Coke with lime. The
And
ingredients,
I'm 2 in.
I'm 3 in. The ingredients
that what that
are
means?
Southern
Coke,
Comfort, Coke, and lime. Make it happen. Add some ice.
I'm home.
I like it.
What time is it?
The drink of the day is Southern Comfort.
What time is it?
Coca-Cola
This drink is
and
provided
lime.
Yeah, what time is it?
It is 11:48.
I'm motherfucking home.
On.
Shit.
Yo, it's
So, but here's the thing, like, once again, I'll say this: I listen to comedians all the time, and they'll say the truth and make it a joke, but they make it funny. But here's the thing:
true or the funnier.
D.L. Hewley said something and said, "Look, like for instance, Dylan Roof went into a church and murdered motherfuckers, and when they found him, they knew he was armed and had killed people. However, they treat people who they know have guns and have killed people better than you think that I may have a gun. So you're more scared of me off top
With no
with
weapons.
nothing happening, as opposed to a man who has already committed murders."
A possible forfeit $20 bill.
That's what it was over. And
And
it
here's
ended up
the
being,
thing.
it ended up being legit.
And guess what? Even if it was a fake 20,
You don't
he didn't know if he knew.
Exactly, but even with that, even if he knew,
That
he
shit
could have
wasn't about
scammed him.
that.
He
That
could have
shit
scammed
wasn't
him for
about that.
thousands.
That shit
You
wasn't
don't
about
die
that.
over that.
No, that shit wasn't about that.
But that's why they were
That's why they called.
No, look, check this out. The motherfuckers was already out there, man.
Yo,
The
they
motherfuckers
knew
already
each
out
What's the
other.
there.
real agenda?
They knew
The
each
cop
other.
knew each other.
They knew
African
each
American
other.
race.
They knew each
What's
other.
the real agenda? To
Like,
depopulate
like,
the
yeah,
African
look,
American
check
race.
this out.
They knew each
That's
other.
why
Who's
they
to
don't
say?
mind.
Wait, who's to say? Right, that, and then we haven't even talked. They interviewed the owner. They interviewed the person that worked there.
The owner said,
Right?
"I would have."
But at no particular point in time did they talk about the interaction between the owner and George.
Was the owner there? The owner said somebody else was there.
They was fucking with him in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to who, you know what I mean? Like, the motherfuckers was already there. Even if you do call a motherfucker about a fucking fake 20, man, that shit ain't gonna take priority over a motherfucker that just fell out of a building like two blocks up.
actual goddamn crime.
Right,
You know, an actual I
They're
need
not-
help.
they're not-
Somebody's.
They're not sending
please
4
help
cops
me.
out there for that.
Facts.
Counterfeit money is taken. Is those crimes are investigated by the Secret Service. If you didn't know,
Treasury Department.
yeah, the Secret Service handles counterfeit money, not the regular cops. Because how the look, he could have been in the store with a fake 20, but guess what? If I got a fake 20 and didn't know it,
Jay, I used to work at a bank.
Yeah, you check
I-
for the barcode.
I worked at a bank.
Do the
I-
little pin thing.
I worked at a bank, and after I worked at a bank, I worked at Quick Trip. And at Quick Trip, I learned there's a price for doing business. Right?
there's a price doing business.
Every business has a budget
For
for
shit.
theft.
Taking law
Oh,
lawsuits.
yeah. Loss prevention.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah,
at the
100%.
bank, they're like, yo,
Yeah,
It's gonna happen.
It's like
it's
alright.
gonna happen.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen.
that's why they just hand the money.
You don't gotta call the police. If you notice it, you call me. You know what I'm saying? If you notice it, you call me. Now, if you get caught slipping, you got caught slipping, and you should know better. You know what I mean? But even the bank ain't on some. If you see it, you call the police immediately, and none of that shit.
Interesting.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
what was the motivation for him to? I mean, I guess it was to call the police, but really, what was the
We
motivation
know it.
for them?
Because you wanted to
to-
call the
Because they knew
fucking
that
cops.
nigga- Because they knew that nigga, man.
Exercise.
So okay, so
Just like
so-
that bitch who called
know.
the cops on that motherfucker's park for, wait a minute, he told you weren't in compliance with the rules. So how
with
did you
the
call
Yeah,
lady-
she was choking
With
the
the
shit
lady.
out of that dog.
How
man.
did you
She
call-
was so
the dog,
negligent.
you know.
Yeah,
She
good.
lost the
Thank
dog.
God.
She lost the
How
dog.
the
But
fuck you call the
argument
cops
is-
on
Pass a bill that if you call 911, it's a hate crime for
Yeah, they're
that.
trying
to.
For that
They're
city.
trying
For that
Yeah.
city.
And
They
you
trying.
Okay.
They're trying to. You have to
Meanwhile,
pull-
down
pull
here,
with that in.
they abolished that hate crime shit.
I love fucking government.
They're trying to pass they were trying to pass an anti-lynching bill.
I've seen that.
But-
I've seen that. I've seen that. They did pass it.
They ended up passing it.
The House probably passed it, but the Senate passed it too.
Locally, I think. For,
Rand,
No, no,
this shit
no.
Rand Paul holding.
No.
The shit that Rand Paul was trying to block.
Yeah, they passed that bill.
Okay.
Yeah, it did go through.
like, why is that even a
But
fucking bill?
exactly.
God
no.
damn,
Why was that
lynching?
not? Why was that
Which
not
is-
a law?
Yeah.
That's not.
When they abolished
And
slavery.
and
It's not on the
that's
books.
And it's terroristic.
Yeah, right.
It's terrorist in nature. The whole idea and history behind lynching was to say, hey, I don't know if he was military. It was the guy. His name was somebody lynched.
It's a physical action or a thing that is harmful based on some kind of political purpose. That's a terroristic act. Period.
And lynching scares the shit out of a whole, or was meant to scare slaves from running
That
away.
cross burning,
Which was okay. I learned this. Paul,
Birth of a Nation.
my man. I just watched 13th today, so
I'm on top of it.
I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
the movie.
Quick side note. Every black person out there, get up on your knowledge.
Watch 13th.
If you don't know, it's okay.
Yo,
Learn.
They don't want you to know.
Be ready.
These past 3 years, I want to say real quick, these past 3 years,
Got to get on his
I'm gonna
ass.
tell you what. The curtain got opened. And everything this man right here has been saying, for me, has been like, you know what? Like not everything is hit home, but the tone, the chord, the frequency has been spot on. Like when my man said, yo, fuck a seat at the table. It's time to say I want my table back.
Absolutely.
My man said that shit like 4 years ago.
Years ago.
Before Trump got elected. My man said, fuck a seat at the table. I want my table back.
Like it fucked me up.
We'll take
That has not
shots
hit
of that,
harder
sir.
home. That has not hit harder more than
I
ever
can make
right
a drink
now.
with it. It'll take 20 minutes
Especially
for
in these
the.
past 3 years.
I
Because in
can
these
make
past
you.
3 years,
Nope, I don't have butterscotch schnapps. If I did, I can make you
I've
a
done
little
my
cookie.
own research.
Yeah, well that
I've done my
Goldschlager
own digging.
ain't nothing gonna go.
I've done my
Hot
own
cinnamon.
I've done my own digging into our black voices from when it was
What's even
most
better than that
recent
is
for us.
peppermint
You know what I'm
schnapps.
saying?
Oh, wasted
And
out
I've been
here.
doing my own digging into
Wasted
history. And it's
paper.
like,
Bruh,
you
on
know
fleek,
what?
Oh man, what?
This shit ain't sweet.
So I love
I was
that you
gonna
said
buy
that,
some
right?
today.
Nice
Let
little
me just-
segue, because I was watching the whole what recently went down actually stemmed from me watching a documentary on the Civil War for that
On
exact
Netflix?
no, on History Channel on Ulysses
Was
S.
it
Grant.
PBS? I watched the PBS one on Netflix.
It's the History Channel. It's actually a documentary on Ulysses S. Grant, right? And that whole thing prompted me to, do some research on, Confederate generals, and y'all know I'm going with this.
Fuck 'em.
Right, like Confederate
Fuck 'em.
generals and all of that, right?
I'm gonna fit me get done. I got something to say.
Okay.
Fuck them. Whatever you gonna say, fuck them. Keep going.
Oh, okay.
Fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck
So I was looking up the Confederate generals and stuff, and I just found it interesting that, I understand, full transparency, right? We talking about whatever. I completely understand how the argument of keeping the statues up, for keeping bases named, because it does prompt you to do your research. You want to be pissed at it and all that shit. You want to fight, but if it just wasn't there, that'll be history that was hidden. You wouldn't know that this nasty, ugly motherfucker actually existed and see the patterns of it all, right? It's just me, right? So when I learned though, hold on, this is my shift. When I learned though that one of the bases that I served on was named after a slave owner, fuck that shit. How do they keep getting fucking celebrated, man? Every single general person in strategy and shit be fucking damned. Not even that they lost. What they were fighting for was wrong. It was fucking
And
wrong.
they knew it.
Exactly, and they keep getting celebrated
Go
for
in.
being
Say
wrong.
what you gotta say.
Yeah, no.
I got a long spiel I'll get to when we get
so
down.
I shared, and this kind of goes back to.
Oh yeah.
This kind of goes back to the whole Derek Chauvin, George Floyd thing, right? They knew each other.
In my opinion, by the way, in my opinion, that makes that murder. If you knew that man,
premeditated.
and
Murder one.
if you knew that man,
premeditated.
Absolutely.
not because
It's murder one though.
Because I can say because when you got called to come, you didn't know. You didn't leave where you came from to murder that guy because you didn't know that was him when you got there. However, when you got there, premeditated means you intended to do this beforehand.
I mean, at what point though? I mean, before he subdued him. I mean, when the fact that he laid eyes on him, he knew who he was.
Look, if you do that man murder one, he won't get off.
Yeah, I agree.
He won't get off. Murder two, he done.
He
murder two.
With what
he
they
done.
just said, you can get murder too.
He
But
done.
nah,
Go ahead, sir.
So with the research and all of that, yeah, you do it, and then in my case, I was sharing it like, yo, damn, I served on Fort Gordon, and and all that, and Fort Bragg. I served on Fort Bragg, and to have someone come out the blue, and to have someone come out the blue, literally out the blue. And hit me with the whole, then leave, go to a country that wants you, right? Now hold on. I'm gonna repeat what I just said, right? I
got a 9 cold.
Oh word.
So now we
God damn it.
I got a 9 cold. I got it.
So I'm gonna say that one more time, right?
Go ahead, Jermaine.
This motherfucker came onto what I was saying as a means to share something I learned from a historical standpoint, really going with the idea that yes, all of this stuff is up there, yeah, they got names, but yo, it still hurts my heart, it makes me a little sick knowing that this man was a slave owner, etc., etc., but then as a fucking veteran, again, I said I served on Fort Gordon, right? Meaning I was in the military in Fort Gordon, right?
Right.
To say, yo, then leave, go to a country that wants you, right?
Yo, you know what? I'm glad you're here right now.
No, son.
I'm glad you're here right now because I'm a military brat.
Yo,
I'm a military brat.
My first instinct
Absolutely.
was not, oh, well, he's titled to his opinion. My first
Fuck
this
you.
motherfucker.
Fuck you.
But
Right.
dig it. The fact that I worked with this motherfucker, we bum cigarettes from each other. Like, come on, man. It's the people right next to you, and they've learned how to hide it.
I love blatant, bold racist.
Thank you.
You know why?
Thank you.
Thank you for telling
Thank
me
you
my face.
for telling
At
me
least
this.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So I can stay the
Can
fuck
I
away
say
from you.
something real quick?
Go
Can I
ahead.
say something real quick? Like I know, like we in it right now. For our generation, we in it right now, right? And so I see what all of the national headlines are like. Right? But I moved here to Georgia in 1997 from New Mexico.
Great fucking year. Isn't that when Biggie died?
It was.
Just a random fact. Okay?
It was. But
Facts are facts.
But check it.
Yeah.
But check it.
We ain't
That's
the
when I moved
president.
here.
Who's
That's when
this?
I moved here. That's me. That's when I moved here to Georgia. And again, I tell y'all the story all the time about like music and everything. How it took me. This shit ride. You know what I'm saying? That's what I learned.
By the way, I'm thinking about you said that. That's Youngblood's damn. Guess what? That should come on. That's what you talking right there. That shit right.
That shit ride.
That shit.
When I used to be like, yo, they not saying that. They not saying that. Yo,
I'm
I
for
used
sure
to-
with it.
Yo, in the back of the class, I was like, yo, Biggie, yo, he was spitting. I used to always argue lyrics, but in the back of the class, folks was always like, yo, but son, do you hear that beat? Do you hear how he rapping to it? They be like, that shit rad.
Like,
I didn't understand it.
Look.
I didn't understand it.
Something
Yo,
phone
that
guy.
should be rad.
Nope.
That's what they said.
Look.
And I
Look.
didn't get
It felt so natural. Like, wait.
I didn't get it. And then I got it. Right? I got it. And the same thing goes for black relations with white people. There's no realer black relation with white people than here in the South.
Interesting.
And
That's why I bought Southern Comfort
and
today.
you would be surprised.
With a lack of.
You would be surprised.
I would not.
No, what I'm saying is you'd be for me personally. You'd
Y'all
be
do your cats.
hold up.
We were born and raised in this
Exactly.
motherfucker.
But that's the point.
Yeah.
You'd be
I
surprised.
got called nigga 2 years ago, bro.
And listen, but you'd be surprised at what the black person's perspective is on race relations. Period. You know what I'm saying? It'll open your whole mind to what's really real.
We're not in it. You mean?
To what's not being said on the news, to what's not being said, what's on the ground. You'd be surprised at how wide, I would say, the conversation stretches.
Man.
How deep the knowledge is, how deep the pain is, how deep the understanding is. Like niggas in the North don't understand that shit.
Right, that's what y'all be motherfuckers be talking right
And
inside
so-
the mouth and get motherfuckers fired at work.
And so I would say, like, if you really want to understand
still,
shit,
It
if
wasn't
you really,
me.
Look, what you're saying is, here's the thing. I remember riding with my dad one day when my dad was still around. And I'm in the car with my dad. And I remember telling him how we were playing spades one night, all night. In the morning, the sun came up, we were hungry. Let's go to Troy's. It's over the hill. And my dad said, oh, okay, yeah. We should not be able to go in there. Why not, Daddy? He said, because you're black, son. And I'm like, oh. Like, that is, in our lifetime, that hasn't happened.
And how old are you?
I'm 38.
No, I'm saying how old were you when that happened? If your mom asking.
When I was to test this story, my dad's been gone for about 12 years, so I was at least at the max 26. But I know I was in high school.
Less than 15 years
But
ago.
I was probably maybe like 7, 18, and my dad said that my dad told me we used to be able to go in there, but I was trying to ask him why couldn't you go in there. He said because you were black. Oh my God. Yeah, damn, Daddy, you were around when you couldn't go into places because of your skin color.
Segregation, yeah, man.
Something
That's
I
not too far away.
never. It hit home. It hit home. Like
I'll
that's
be
just
42.
real.
I'll be 42 this year, right? And the first time that I actually
I got one already going.
The first time that I actually
other
really
joint.
experienced something with like a true racist comment, like a racist gesture. Like I walked into an
I've seen many. I've seen many though.
I walked into the elevator and the lady clutched the purse and grabbed the kids and went into the corner. Like I had on a Cartman shirt, son. Like a Cartman shirt.
South Park.
I had a South Park Cartman shirt on and some basketball shorts with my wife. Like
With your who?
With my wife.
So
And
your
she
wife
grabbed-
gonna help you in the fucking robbery that's gonna happen?
I don't know.
What the fuck going on?
We were leaving the hotel in South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, right? And that was 2015. But the first time like a real racist some shit was really said to me was what all you motherfuckers witnessed. Like that's why this shit like what that motherfucker said.
Oh no, nigga, I was.
He said, yo,
I got called a nigga crossing the street when I was like at least 10 years
oh
old.
my God, yo, like I just never,
No,
I
bro.
have never experienced.
So
I'm from Georgia, bro.
Yo, check it out, check it
You know what
out.
I mean?
It ain't even about being called nigger. You know what I'm saying? I remember being in first grade. That wasn't even the first time, but I remember in first grade I wanted to play with some niggas. And they wasn't no niggas, it was white people. But you know what I mean?
I call niggas niggas.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's, like I said,
Niggas.
they don't understand that thing. You know what I mean? That we do. We call everybody niggas, and they call us niggas. They don't call themselves niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Guess what?
Look, that's why you can't say nigga, because you don't call yourself a nigga.
Thank
Period.
you. Thank
Point
you.
blank. You know what I'm saying? Period. Point blank.
I'll
That's
allow
why you
it.
can never say the word, because you won't call yourself it.
Right.
Thank you. I agree with that. I'll agree with that. I will co-sign with that. We just said all day.
And my whole thing, about, like I said,
You can't
racism,
use it because you don't consider yourself
You don't consider yourself one.
in the category
You
to
know
be
what I mean?
used. Oh, they ain't talking about me. Oh, okay.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, we ain't talking about you then, motherfucker.
And like I said, if you can't call yourself it, then you ain't it.
But don't you hate when like shit like that is used as an excuse to justify them? You know, I tell my wife, the racist white folks, they justify, well, you call yourself that, or black people kill black people. Like what we dealt with. I'm sorry. Or like what we dealt with. Like, oh yeah, well the white statistic, you get the fuck out of here with that shit.
And I kill him on that. I'll say this.
Where did that come from?
Fuck out of here. Like,
where did that come from?
That has
I'll say this.
to do
Right.
with what is
Right.
being said.
Right.
And it's like that becomes like a new defense.
You know what you need to do is hit him with logic. Well, if you actually know, white on white crime is the most prevalent crime in this country. It also includes school shootings and massacres. Because you know what?
Yep.
Typically, black folks and people of color. I have yet. Look, I
got
think
the DC sniper.
there's one.
Packing people off.
And here's the thing. No, we got two.
We got
And then the one at the
There's
military
two.
base. Remember the dude?
There's
The
two.
folks who shot up
he
that grocery
snapped,
store
though.
recently.
There's two. But the DC sniper, he wasn't a mass shooter. He killed random people trying to mask. He wanted to kill that person. But he was smart enough, if I just kill her as the ex-husband, they're going to talk to me.
Yeah,
I didn't kill. I didn't.
So yeah, coordinated attacks.
Here's what it is. He wanted to kill one person, his ex-wife. But guess what? He knew if his ex-wife just turned up dead, shot in the head, they coming right to you. He had a plan. I need to kill some other random motherfuckers, and then this her.
That's devious as hell.
Right.
But guess what? He was right. They had no idea. A local motherfucker said his car been ran.
Did he get to the ex-wife?
He got her.
No, he did not.
He didn't. I thought he got to it.
I don't
Oh,
think he did.
wow.
I don't think he did.
All that for nothing, you motherfucker.
But I do know that the cops came in contact with him
Didn't
at
know.
least once.
Yeah.
Before they officially got him.
Now what? Like, all right, let's run down the line, right? Because again, going back to the idea of,
Excuse me.
like with respect to police authority, how they handle us, and how we're perceived, right? But for going with what you said with respect to mass shooters, like, did they all live? Did they die? I can't remember. Like, I'm asking because I cannot remember.
It's a mixed bag.
like Timothy,
some live, some die.
Timothy Vay, go. Like,
You mean the Oklahoma bomber?
Yeah.
They sentenced him to death.
Yeah.
So he lived. No, I'm
Dylan
saying.
Roof lived too.
He's sitting on death row.
I'm saying they didn't shoot his ass.
No.
It didn't say we got him.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So
Unless white people physically shoot at the cops. Even then,
I'd argue
even
they
then,
might shoot him in the kneecap.
restraint is
make it out
still
of it.
shown. Restraint is still shown.
Exactly because it seems like when it's a black person on the other end of your gun, it becomes Call of Duty.
Man, listen.
When it's a white person, it's this is a human being. My empathy kicks in.
Yo, just look at two examples, and both of them really. One touches on white privilege. We were just looking at it with Drew Brees.
Yeah,
let's get into it.
How Laura, what's her
Laura
name?
Ingram,
Yeah, thank you.
hypocritical bitch.
Yes,
I
thank
can't
you.
stand these niggas.
How she was the
He's
same.
entitled to
she
his
was
opinion.
the same. Thank you.
If she would have told Drew Brees to shut up and throw, you know what? I'd have gave her respect.
Thank you.
Facts, because she's staying consistent.
Thank you.
She literally said, "Nah,
He's entitled to his opinion.
So other guys weren't.
Right.
So it's like, what's the difference?
He's
I
white."
mean, but the question is this though:
That's
is
the thing.
Drew Brees that naive
No.
to think that Colin Kaepernick is kneeling
Yes.
to?
He don't
Yes.
care.
Yes.
He's not. He's
Is
not.
he that naive?
Yes.
He had
Yes.
to
Or is he
be.
a typical white man?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The white man don't care.
Yes and yes.
Think
Yes
so?
and yes. Listen. Think about this for a 2nd. Think about this a second, right? Out of sight, out of mind.
Right there.
Outside, out of mind.
Right
Yeah.
there. Right there.
But you work in this
Brees-
organization that's
Drew
been.
Brees-
We
Drew
see white people
Brees-
every day, bro.
Right.
Drew
in
Brees.
America, son.
Drew Brees is from an affluent not middle class.
Lives in Louisiana. God
Now-
damn.
He working his way. That's where he
He's
works.
from Texas. He's from Texas.
Yeah.
He's from Texas.
He work in Louisiana.
Right
Yeah,
now.
fucking
Right.
sane in the
Hold on,
blackest
hold on, hold on, hold on.
blackest
Right
city
now,
in the fucking
right now,
country.
he works in Louisiana, but he is from
Absolutely.
Texas, and he is from the white, affluent
Yeah.
part of Texas.
Didn't know that.
Okay,
Makes sense.
he talks about both of his grandfathers. You know what that means?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Both of his grandfathers fought in World War II. This is the shit that has been
Respect.
instilled in him.
Which is respect. I respect
This is
that.
the shit. But again, out of sight, out of
But
mind.
don't use
You
that
don't
as
grow
a-
up.
Let me.
That's not a
Again,
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
exactly.
As
exactly,
always,
exactly.
I'm gonna say my spiel to last,
But,
and then I'll
but
go.
what I'm speaking to is when he asked, like, is he that naive?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is he?
Yes.
Are you living in a fucking
Yes.
bubble?
Yes.
Good
The word-
God.
the
Or
word-
out of that, or we don't
But you
care.
can't be. That's what I'm saying. I
The
think typical
word-
white man, you really just
Yo,
don't give
word
a
It's-
fuck.
is
Here's the thing. He gets
It's-
it.
I
Listen
think
to
he
him.
is-
Word
He gets
is
it.
privilege.
They had a
Listen.
thing saying on ESPN: is he intentionally racist, unintentionally racist, something else, negligently racist, or not racist at all?
so
He
racist
is
at the end.
negligently
Yes.
racist.
So which
Listen.
means he's white. That's the whole
If
thing.
you
white
privilege.
think about it like this, and also think about it like this, right? Like if you think about when they talk
I
about the
don't think he
Titanic,
hates
when they think about the
black people.
Titanic,
I don't believe that.
And that's what
when
I
they
and I find
when they talk about the Titanic and the iceberg,
Mm-hmm.
right? And when you think about the concept of an iceberg,
Mm-hmm.
right? When you see what's on the top,
Mhm.
right? You see what's on the top, right?
know you get
But
that.
what's really
That's the surface.
going
I mean,
on
below the
is what's
surface.
underneath.
Mhm.
Drew Brees is a surface kind of, yeah, I get it. Yeah. I know black people have been treated wrong. Yeah. Yeah. But again, this is a guy saying that from an affluent white upbringing who probably wasn't taught that what is truly happened.
Now give him props though, and I
Exactly.
and
Again,
give him
but
props,
again,
'cause
what I'm
'cause
saying-
he came back
I'm
directly
speaking-
at Trump.
I'm speaking to when he
Fuck all
asked.
that.
yeah.
Hold up.
After
Hold
the
up.
backlash,
Hold
though, right,
Hold up.
Jermaine?
After the
Hold up.
backlash,
All I'm
true.
speaking to.
I'll get to that too.
All I'm speaking to is when you ask,
Yeah.
is he that ignorant? Yes, he
Yeah.
is.
What?
Now, on the same hand, it's 2020, and everybody got Google.
Yeah.
There-
Information
there
is
are no
readily
excuses
available.
For anyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
For
Information
anyone.
is
And
readily.
Nick,
If you
and-
want to know, you
and,
can know.
and this and
what you
and,
want to know.
and Drew Brees, you've had how many years now?
That nigga live in one of
Since
the blackest
goddamn-
cities in the
It's
fucking
been at
America.
You done had how many years?
But hold tight.
10.
Hold tight.
He been doing it for
But
10.
hold tight.
You've
Hold
had
tight.
how many years?
But hold
It's been
tight.
a decade.
Hold tight. I think we're not. We already kind of touched on it, but it's the idea that he and many folks are like him. It's like racism in some respects has transformed into what's called patriotism, and patriotism is the
That's what they wanna say.
This flag is now representative of what we all should know, love, which is wrong.
But I'll say
I
this.
gave my oath.
Gotcha, because who said anything about a flag?
Exactly. My point exactly. It is not if the flag is not even supposed. The flag stands for the men, women,
You know,
dogs,
you roll,
the
you crank it
ideals,
up, man, you
the
know what I'm saying?
the overall
Like this
overall
here.
You know what I'm saying?
country mantra
You put that
that
transmitter
we
in there,
can
man, you
indeed.
Don't put it to your
Oh,
lips,
shit.
but you gotta light it.
No.
I
that
get
we
it.
that we
You
can
got it.
indeed
You know what I'm saying?
that we can indeed live and be together, except that's what it's supposed to do. But
We
when
talking
that
about
is
it.
not the ideals
that's
that are
what black
being
people
keep
upheld,
someone dead.
Here's what it is.
like
Where I'm
yo, you
from,
can't.
Yes, what
when I couldn't roll
You
weed,
obviously it's
I would have
almost like
oldest
you
on my
have
weed,
to
and then
say.
they'll roll the weed so I can go
If you
and
really believe in
pull
that
this
shit,
bitch
you
back
have
and
to
let her
stand
roll
up or kneel in this case and say, yo,
Because
this
you know
is
what?
wrong.
That would always
You
be the
have
wrong
to.
GA.
You absolutely
You
have
roll your
to.
weed for you.
Because
You ain't trying to
you-
smoke.
So the idea that it's disrespectful
smoke.
to kneel
But anyway,
for a flag that is supposed to stand for everybody being all together as one, but black lives are not part of that equation, obviously, and hasn't been. You have to, if you really believe in what you fucking saying, you gotta stand the fuck up and say, no, this flag, yo, remember what it stands for, and let's get to that place. So when he is flipping it, and many folks like him start flipping it to say, yo, it's disrespectful for the flag. No, the fuck it's not. It's the very ideals of the flag. It's the very thing it stands for. You know, and then kneeling, and the whole idea is like, yo, when I was in the military brat, right? So when I was in service, saying like you kneel when you got instruction, you kneel if somebody got hurt, bro, right?
I knew the
Church.
church.
I
knew the church.
Podcast we talked about the Colin Kaepernick
You kneel in sports. Like you kneel as a sign or a show of some level of respect.
All right, players, everybody take a knee real
All right,
fast.
take a knee. Let me holler at you real quick.
Right. So when did that turn into disrespect?
It didn't. Here's the issue. Here's what it is. Let me try to go. I think you said I'm trying to get everything. It's the Cat Williams. Oh, next thing I know. Oh,
It's the Olympics right now.
it's the relay.
It's the Olympics right now.
Okay. So, let me hit the Drew Brees thing first. So the Drew Brees thing.
Yeah.
Now he said what he said. He said what he said, and then the next thing he came out with an impassioned speech and statement to apologize. Yeah, that was bullshit. You know why? You know why? Because you know why?
I agree with that.
You can't turn a dime like that.
I agree
Look,
with that.
you meant what you said, and guess what? That's what you said. If that's what you meant, then that's what you meant. I may not like it, but guess what? This is a free fucking country.
You can say how you
You can say how you feel.
Absolutely.
Now,
Absolutely.
Now, the reaction to what you said is what it is too. Yep. But you all of a sudden today can't be the wokest white person in the fucking world today.
I mean, wokest. Or,
He didn't mean that shit. He did not mean that shit.
The apology. He didn't mean the apology, or did he not mean the direct response to something that the president of the United States said? So that he actually pointed out, yo, I was wrong. Hold on. I was wrong.
Again?
I spoke to X, Y, and Z folks, and yo, I was,
I don't think he spoke to anybody.
Nah,
I think his PR team.
No, not from them videos I saw of Malcolm Jenkins. And, they was tight.
But he didn't. I don't know if he spoke to him.
These are his teammates. He better have spoke to him.
I don't know if he spoke to him. I know they probably saw it.
Was that the longest yard? Was that the longest yard? Wait, nah, let's go. That shit was hilarious.
No, the replacements. That was the replacements when the whole old line.
Both of them
was like,
movies
fuck
did that.
you,
I was like, yo, fuck you. Go ahead and get your ass tackled. But I think the apology was bullshit. But I do believe, and now this could be my naivete. I will go ahead and say that I believe that once a person who is on some levels genuine, like, yo, I truly fucked up.
Is he genuine?
Misunderstood. How will we know he's not?
He's okay. Flip the script and how about this then? I put him in the same vein as I put the former UGA quarterback Jake Fromm.
Oh, fuck
He
him.
just did some shit.
That's
I don't
different.
know what it was.
That's different. Though.
No.
That's
no.
different.
What he same thing. What he said to private people, he meant that shit. Drew Brees meant that shit.
He meant what he said.
So guess what? If you meant what you said right now, what you're saying now, it contrasts that.
And I hate how he tried to spin it off into a patriotism thing.
But deep, it was fucking. And again, to what you said, I agree with you 100%. And I also agree that he's entitled to that. And I agree that his fucking apology was bullshit. 100. What I am saying though, what I saw today, what I read today, with respect to how Trump was like, no,
you shouldn't apologize.
He shouldn't apologize. He was like, nah. Like I spoke to, and I. Again, I could be naive with this, but I believe, like, yo, I just believe it. Like, he got too many teams. He got too many teammates.
He had them for 20 fucking years.
Exactly.
He had these men. So
but if somebody's missing the point,
you telling me it never came up?
Hey man,
And it come up in 2016 when shit happened to Kaepernick.
Hey.
He knew what the fuck was going on.
We know
that
what's
is,
going on.
That is
That's
willful.
Is he that fucking naive to just fucking
Going
think
back to
that
what we
fucking
said.
racism
We
doesn't
knew that
exist in
lynching was a
America?
motherfucking crime, and it's finally getting to a point where it's a federal one. Like, yo, I agree. It should not have taken this fucking long.
I do not fault you for trying to give that man the
I'm
benefit of the
giving
doubt.
the benefit of the doubt. Yes, I am.
I am not.
I am.
Because you know why? Look, it happened. He said the same thing in 2016 when it happened.
Oh no! I believe his apology is
You
bullshit.
can't, in my
His
opinion.
apology is bullshit. Like I be clear.
Yeah, but here's the thing. But guess what? He's on the same vein though. That statement he wrote, the statement he said,
Yeah.
I don't believe that he wrote that. Somebody wrote it for him.
So you believe, to make sure I'm hearing you correctly, you believe that the rebuttal to what Trump is saying, like,
Here's what it is. What I believe is this. He made a statement that he thought he made a true statement
How he felt.
that how he felt, and it caught a bunch of backlash.
True.
But because he just got signed with that, he got a new deal with New Orleans, and he knows. Guess what? They were, They were saying, fuck Drew Brees in New Orleans.
Yeah.
The man who brought them a championship to New Orleans. You know why? Because a basketball championship isn't worth more than my son, daughter, brother, sister, father dying from the cops. It's not worth that.
It's not.
So look, that championship is cool, but we talking about my loved ones here. These are my people.
But hold on, you can extend that same. We can get on this too. You can extend that same sentiment to more than just some goddamn Drew Brees that's worried a little bit more than their brand, or their name, or their championship.
But so what I believe is this.
Yeah.
He made that statement that he made a true statement that he believes in wholehearted. Because when I saw him speaking,
He believed that shit.
guess what?
Agreed.
He wasn't asked a question about the fucking flag.
He bought that in.
He made it about that. That's how he feels.
Yep.
So, in
That's
my
what
opinion,
he sees. That's what he sees.
As disrespectful.
When he sees Colin Kaepernick kneel,
He sees.
he sees
disrespecting
your
the
disrespect.
so guess
to the
what?
flag.
You can't change how you see something
But
like that. So the apology is bullshit.
So maybe in 20 years, it's not like that. It took 20 years for a catalyst to finally say, like, God damn, I got it.
No,
Fair enough.
because
Fair enough.
it ain't 20 years yet. He been in the locker room for 20 years, folks, and it didn't hit.
He's been seeing it longer than that. Though. It's been his life. We'll just say his life.
And guess what?
But that goes back to privilege. Though.
And willful
That goes back to privilege.
and or neglectful ignorance. He made a statement and he apologized for it. The apology is bullshit because his PR team wrote that. And then when Trump said you shouldn't have apologized, he probably said, "What the fuck happened?" Anyway,
And Trump told him he shouldn't apologize for the statement that he made. The original.
He said he shouldn't
It's
have.
Barcelona over here, son.
He said he shouldn't have apologized.
It's
Trump
the
said he
unofficial
should not
soccer over here.
have put out an apology for his original racist statement.
Right. Well, at least we know Trump
And-
racist. He'd be racist to his face, so I know that.
Yeah. So then he responded and told Trump and corrected him. This isn't about that. So in my opinion, all he's doing is he knows.
This isn't about that.
He said this issue isn't about the flag. It's about people of color dying unjustly at the hands of the police.
Right.
That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. So and that's a true statement. That statement is true.
Yes.
However, I don't think he believes it. Once he turned, look, I caught a bunch of backlash. I got to turn and make this statement.
Absolutely.
And then, but guess what?
Absolutely.
But now that I've turned, I got to keep this up for the duration.
Yeah, if you want to stay employed, if you want to stay in.
No, good gracious. Look, folks are saying
Mm.
that man should fucking retire now.
He's out of
After
there.
this.
He's out of there. You fucked up, man. You're on too
Here's the
big a
question.
platform to
Now
have.
here's a question.
No.
Yo,
42.
it is currently midnight 28 and Keith is on. Because, yo, it's up there some way.
So, do we care about apologies? Do we care?
Yes, I do.
Do we care? Like,
Here's what-
like what makes it genuine?
Here's what it is. here's what it is, and I get that. I
Good
get
one.
that. If it
Good
wasn't for I saw Drew Brees make this statement, he meant what he said wholeheartedly.
So can't he mean the apology?
How did he? So since when did you?
He didn't. I'm just saying.
Well, since when did
I'm
you-
playing devil's advocate now.
Since when did you? Since when would you? There are occasions when you can see something and it makes you flip on a dime.
Right.
But guess what?
Absolutely.
The George Floyd thing had already happened.
With Eric Gardner?
Yeah, it already happened. You know what I'm saying?
And
But no, I'm saying this.
Chantel.
But what I'm saying is this.
And
George Floyd happens. He died with a knee on his neck, and then after that, Drew Brees makes his statement. Nothing happened after he made that statement to open his eyes up, except for the backlash. So, in my opinion, all he's doing is saying, "Oh shit, I'm popular because these group of people back me, and I have fucked up my money."
Right.
Now,
you've been better with your shit.
I'll say this though. Look, I can't say the truth, but I'll say this: if you made a dumbass comment while you were in high school or tweeting, it's been 10 years ago, and you say, look, or even 5 years ago, what I said then was wrong. But when you make the statement, you keep on showing me that what you said here is wrong. He has no history of doing that. He turned on a dime. Guess what? I can
So
do
it
that.
was genuine.
No, hell no.
You say he turned on a dime.
He changed his statements on a dime. He was for this backlash. Oh no, I'm for the opposite of what I just said yesterday.
Really?
That's my point. That is
See, I didn't even care. This is.
Drew Brees said
And then Trump said you shouldn't apologize, and that's when he switched.
No. What happened was Drew Brees said thing about the flag, just breaking the flag.
Yes.
Immediate backlash.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he immediately switched and said, "I'm sorry, blah blah blah. I'm an ally, not an enemy, blah blah blah." And then Trump said, "You shouldn't have apologized,"
Right.
and he kept up with the same
Because-
vein what he was saying in. Because guess what? You can't say this and then change your mind and say this, and then change your mind back to the first thing. Because guess what? Not everybody knows wholeheartedly that
Yo.
you're full of shit. Now,
Yo,
if you
that's
say
what
this, say
Trump
this.
said. That's what
If you
Trump
stick with
told me
this,
he's full of shit because he knew.
yeah, Trump, no.
Trump, like he was like, "Yo, you full of shit." I wouldn't have backed down. That sounded like a pussy move because because you normally be with us on
The
some
same
shit
way
like
that
this.
Jake Fromm, as a
I don't
University
believe him.
of Georgia fan.
Shut the fuck up. With
That man-
Just be quiet, son. Just
That man got
quiet.
exposed
He
to
opposed-
saying
Right.
that man got exposed to saying that he thinks they should make the cost of guns so high
Only
that
elite
only
whites.
elite white people
Yep.
should buy them.
Wow.
He didn't say
He
it,
did.
but guess what?
He still-
He said
But
it.
no.
Buffalo,
Look.
Buffalo.
He didn't say that
That
on.
just had that shit happen.
He didn't say that on Twitter. He texted that to somebody. He texted to somebody in a text. Somebody ratted his
He
ass
said
out.
elite white people.
Elite.
Yes.
What? Look, he didn't even say elite people.
And look, and he
Yeah.
copped to it. He was like, "Oh,
Damn.
What did he say? I didn't mean it, or I'm
That's
sorry.
not who I
That's
am.
not
Yo.
who I am."
You mean
Look,
last year?
Hold on. Pause. Is it me or does every racist say not every, but the ones
Yes,
they
every.
love saying I'm not a racist. Like old boy,
Got you.
right?
Yeah.
As I was told by folks who are also close to old boy, oh, he's quick to say he's not a racist though. Even though he got caught up with racist comments.
You
it's
know
like,
what? You know what I don't say? I don't say I'm not sexist. You know why?
I'm just
Guess what?
not.
You don't.
I'm just
Like,
I don't have to
trying
just
to say yes.
throw it out there.
Right, I don't
In my opinions,
Right.
my actions
Right.
would have been showing you
Like,
that.
I don't gotta-
no
I
one
don't
asked
gotta-
you.
I don't gotta preempt nothing.
Yeah.
So when you say
Just in case it comes up, it ain't
Y'all
true.
done?
oh yeah. I'm good.
Yeah. So when it come up,
Right.
I already told you long ago.
Just in case that bitch say some shit about me, that bitch is lying, and that shit ain't happened. I
So-
promise you.
See the thing.
Vote for me on July 19th.
Here's the thing. Here's the
Right.
thing.
I
Here's
did not.
Right.
here's the
I did
issue.
not do that shit.
I don't know if y'all saw it. It was a skit
You'll hear about it later.
on Late Night with Seth Meyers.
Nope, didn't see it. I can say it right
I,
now.
I know you didn't see it. I know you didn't see it.
You don't fuck with Seth on
I can
NBC.
say it right now. I ain't see that shit.
But guess what?
Who? No,
There was
I know
there was
it.
a
I know
skit.
it is.
There was a skit on Late Night with Seth Meyers,
Mhm.
and I remember when I saw it, I said Seth didn't write that. You know why? It was too woke. It said white savior. Basically, going all the movies, how there's a white savior.
And damn near Hidden Figures.
That was covered. Like basically, look.
And his
I'm not
whole
trying-
role was made up. His whole role. Kevin Costner was not a real person. They
Spoiler alert.
They created
Spoiler alert.
his whole fucking role to fit what.
And even in that movie, I remember
Kevin
watching
Costner
that.
is not a real person.
I remember watching
That's the best news
with
I can
Mom
heard all
Deuce.
day.
But
I watched
the not
one-
real person saved the day.
No,
I watched
look.
my Mom Deuce, and I told Mom Deuce, I said,
Costner is not a real
look,
person. You know what
in
I'm
this
saying?
movie, I can't say that Kevin Costner is or isn't a racist.
No,
But what it is
because
this.
He doesn't exist.
Right.
Anyway, let me finish my
Based
conversation.
off.
But based on what I'm seeing
I
is
see. I know
this.
what you're saying.
You know what? He may have been a racist, but he had a job to get done. So I gotta get this done. Fuck everything else. Because you know what? If we do this done, we can't let the Russians win. At that time, he didn't care about racism because you know what? Racism was hindering him from getting to his goal. So he took down the plaque that said blacks only for the toilets. You know what I'm saying? But in the White Savior, he said whites only and Loretta. So you know what I'm saying? So
Oh God! No.
what I mean is this. People say they're not racist because they have in their idea of what a racist is. And in their idea, what a racist is a person who is actively being racist, using the N-word, nigga,
Overtly racist.
overtly racist.
Like, really,
You know what I'm saying?
Like wearing
With
a hood, like
my preferred
like
racist.
a bandana.
Right.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
Yep.
but look, there's a scene in The Help that shows
She gives
racism,
shit.
where Octavia Spencer and Viola Davis are in a grocery store with carts, and they're looking at something. There's a white woman who she's just walking. She sees Viola Davis in front of her, looking over here at stuff, but she stands in front of Viola Davis and waits for her to see her so that Viola Davis can walk around her. Bitch, you could have been walking around her, but basically, she's saying, I ain't got to walk around for you. You got to walk around me. Even though I'm here, I don't have to adjust my course for you.
Right.
You must adjust yours for me. And Viola looked up, and immediately went around her. That isn't overt racism, it's just subtle racism. But they don't see it that way. They believe that if they're not overtly racist, then they're not racist, which we know isn't the case.
So
But
this now.
and sometimes they don't even. I've been trying to read a lot more through audiobooks.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh, yeah,
you.
Audible.
Thank you for that clarification. I'm like,
Now, exactly.
Now, Audible.
Can't do audio books, so listen.
Someone's like, Dunson told me, I watched the movie.
I don't read.
If fuck reading it, if you got a movie on that shit or something, I'll watch that shit. Fuck reading it, and I stand by that shit. Fuck reading it, but I listen to it. But I've been reading a lot more. I've been trying to, and I'm rounding out a trilogy of books right now. Right now, I'm on Native Son.
Seeing it? I read it.
It was on HBO. They made
I
a
read the
movie.
book and I saw the movie.
So I'm listening,
That was-
reading. The
That
book
nigga
right
was
now.
in a bad spot.
Now one thing,
One
The
I'm
worst
listening
happened to this nigga.
one thing I'm listening to is I'm at the part where he's in the car riding around. He's driving the white people around, and the conversation is what it is. It is what it is.
When he first gets the job, or
Yes.
All right.
It is what it is.
That's how far have you gotten to this? Have you gotten to the main dilemma,
Yes.
which is?
The only main dilemma that there is for a black man.
He's black and a white chick.
A dead white chick.
That is it.
Dead white chick.
As always, ain't no fucking spoiler alerts. That shit written 30 years ago.
A dead white chick. Now,
It was great.
but one thing about the story when I was listening to it was, you know, again, the conversation was what it was, whereas white people who do not normally interact with black people, who think that they're helping things, who think that they are doing the right thing. They're talking with this black man. And they say something, they ask him, they're like, yo, we want to go somewhere to eat. He's like, where? They're like, we want to go where Negroes eat. Take us there.
Like, you don't even need to say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, just take me to a
So like what
Take
you
me to the spot you gonna eat
so
at.
it's like, so what you want to eat.
That's
So
all you
so-
gotta say.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the difference between a genuine
And then-
Take me to your favorite
person.
Take me to your favorite spot.
And then and while they're in the car, they're sitting here hyping up all the shit that they're doing for the black. Like, you know,
In front of him though, huh?
we're a part of this organization. We think this, we do this, and we do that.
Yep.
And he's just like, all right, yeah, all right, cool, all right.
Now I'm just going from the movie. I don't even know the book.
Now,
the book goes
and
deep,
then they're like, oh my gosh, I love those spirituals. I love those spirituals. I love how they sound. Bigger. Sing those songs for me.
Bigger.
That's his name. That's his name.
Is bigger.
That is his name.
Matter of fact, old boy that plays RZA in
That's
the
his name.
Wu-Tang joint plays the bigger character.
Yes.
Dance monkey.
But
What the
again,
Dance monkey.
but again,
Bigger.
his name is Bigger Thomas.
Yeah, Bigger
I think it's
Thomas.
Bigger
Who's
Thomas.
name this nigga?
His mama. But the thing is,
Walt. Walter
and
Wright.
this was written way back in the day.
That I didn't know. Okay.
But
Okay.
but again, you know, they're in the car, white people, who are saying that they're woke, who are saying that they're for the cause,
Nigga, sing me a song.
are saying, I love your black spirituals.
Sing for me.
Sing for me.
Entertain me.
Nigger.
Dance monkey.
That's nuts,
Look,
son.
look.
But that shit still
Come on,
goes
boys.
though. Like,
And
I don't hear no singing. When you were
You know what I'm saying?
slaves, you
And-
sang like a bird.
and it's like
Camp Town
and it's
Racist.
like and these
And
these are the folks
Wait, hold on.
and these are the folks that need to have that light switch flicked on them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's not something that you should have to point out for yourself. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's not.
Like,
it's,
look,
it's
like,
just
look.
it's just who you are.
Like,
you
yo, guess
know?
what?
Like,
Guess what? I don't fucking go to church. I don't know that shit. I don't sing that shit.
I don't feel like fucking singing if I
And I'm
did.
not
I
gonna
didn't
sing
know that shit.
fucking shit for you.
Yo, I saw some
Who the
shit
fuck?
today.
What?
I saw some. Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yo,
Like
that
yo,
shit is
like
still
how
being
dare you?
implemented.
I'm
how
on
dare
your
you
time
ask-
to do it.
Like how dare you ask me some shit like that? Like for real. Like,
Right.
but it goes back to the idea that from the beginning of this shit, we were either seen as less than, no value, or for some level of a purpose. That
How much of a
fit
man?
them.
How much of a
3/5.
man?
3/5, and even that was a motherfucking compromise. So because they wanted to vote, and they were trying to form the democracy, and the slave states was like, yo, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, we got people here.
Right, we got folks.
Are
here.
they people now?
Right, exactly. So I want to say it was pretty much a deal between the South and the North as to why we became 3/5 of a person for fucking voting purposes. Even the Civil War wasn't actually because everybody in the North just loved and wanted us to be free. It was they were afraid that the Southern industries were gonna take over.
Side note,
we were still loyal.
Side note, on Netflix, there's a PBS special on the Civil War.
I'm gonna check. You said that. I am going to check that out.
And I'm gonna tell you, the war had already started before they made it about slavery.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary.
The war had been going for I think at least a year
yo,
before they made it about
Yo,
slavery.
slavery,
Just about it.
slavery was the that's what I'm saying. That's what Abraham Lincoln came in which he didn't do it like
Yo,
how they say
He has said, if I could figure out a way to fix this
Right.
without freeing the slaves,
I would.
I would do it,
I can't. There's no
but I
way.
can't.
So what's that translating to? Just like some recent
Like,
shit that
look,
happened.
okay,
That's the
Racism.
Confederate flag to me.
Oh,
When you wave it,
oh, you mean that the first ever participation trophy, you showed up, you didn't win. Here's a piece of paper. Thank you, trophy.
here's silver.
Yeah.
No,
Treason
no,
trophy.
no,
Treason.
wait, pause.
treason
Where did-
trophies?
Where did 40 acres and a mule come from?
They took that from us. They gave it to us. Look. I'm getting this whole
They
thing.
subsidized that.
It's even the thing with like Lori, with Drew Brees saying, talking about his grandfathers, both of them fought in wars.
Right.
So did some of my grandfathers too. Because
Yeah.
when they came back home
They were
to
treated
the
like
country,
shit.
They
they got
didn't give a
lynched.
children from the
They
guy.
got lynched in the uniform for being in the uniform
They couldn't-
that they serve. Look, it's easy to love and serve a country that loves you back.
Hold on. All right. Let's put it into context here, okay? All right. Right now, and this is right now. You can take a shit anywhere you need to take a shit, okay? Y'all were talking jokes. I'm thinking Richard Pryor. He loved shitty jokes, all right? You can take a shit anywhere you want to go. A soldier that came back, Drew Brees' best friends, his grandfather's best friends, could not take a shit, couldn't drink water next to each other because one of them was a motherfucking nigger. Think about that. And we still go through it because I'm pretty sure there are folks that would see me, happy-go-lucky me, glasses and motherfucking Star Wars tees, that would still think that I killed them, kidnapped them, and murdered them because of some old shit from back in the day that is still perpetrating itself to this very motherfucking day and has seeped into every part of our very society. And you gotta wake up to it.
It's worse than you think.
Oh God.
It's worse than you
I need a
think.
fucking cigarette then. I just scared the shit out of myself saying that.
It's worse than you think.
Right.
Okay, they were doing that to us, but guess what? The people now who fight for this country, and then when they serve this country, you know what happens when they come back here? They get deported.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yo,
a fucking
that's-
spit in
that
the face.
shit
That
is
is
heartbreaking.
beyond. That is.
It
If I
happens
serve in
far
the
too
service
many
and you
times.
come home to get
Several
deported,
tours, yo.
You get
Several
how the fuck
tours.
did he get deported?
Yeah, they put
I-
you in
because he
there.
didn't have his visa.
You know what?
Fuck all that. Once in my
I mean,
opinion,
yeah, you serving
no,
in the fucking army. You're
we-
fighting for
we-
our freedom.
Well, before you used to have this
before
thing-
you even
Fuck.
go in, you got to certify. And
Yeah,
before you go in, like.
I don't understand it.
Well, no. They get a temporary waiver for them to get past all of
But
that.
but that's cool.
And then-
But my opinion, once they serve their a tour,
Yeah, it's a
they've
clause
done
in
that.
it.
When they serve a tour, look, guess what? You're on the books. Why?
Absolutely.
What
I
I'm
put
gonna
my
say?
time in, man.
What I'm gonna say to you? You ain't got to be here, but somebody who didn't
I want
fight.
to see. They have people. I want to know people who served in the service and got back and got fucking deported. They God damn.
Several.
You've seen it because I remember seeing this guy who said he got deported.
Several stories.
He got deported
Well,
to a country
that's
that he had never seen. That he had never seen.
No, that's a rabbit hole because it's all about that. How many people that enlisted actually get veterans benefits?
Oh, on top of all that, you know,
You know what I'm
once
saying?
again,
that doesn't happen.
once
that
again,
doesn't happen as often.
once
as most.
again, Drew, some of our ancestors came back to war, and the VA bill to go to college to the whole bootstrap things. No, they burnt ours. You can't go to school. I'm a veteran though. Oh no, we don't give a fuck about that bullshit.
You
No,
can't go to
Boy,
our
here's
GI
some real
Bill.
shit.
You can't
Boy,
go to
here's some real
our
shit.
goal.
Here's some real shit.
Mm.
The movie, Dead Presidents,
love it.
Yeah.
hasn't come full circle for me till right now.
Okay.
When I first saw it, I liked it, but I didn't get it.
Oh, you mean that
No.
dawn, like this is a dope ass fucking movie moment?
Well, for right now, what the message was.
Okay.
What the true message was. You know what I'm saying? Now, back to being a military brat. I was born in Germany in 1981. Absolutely.
Trying to get there
Absolutely. but
after Japan,
But
but
again-
yeah, I'm trying to get
but
there.
again,
Absolutely.
I was born in Germany. My sense of the world, my sense of being black, my sense of who I am in the world is different from someone who's born
American soul out in this fuckery.
Asheville, North Carolina, Augusta, Georgia,
Like
Savannah, Georgia.
the man said about the dude in
New
London.
York, Brooklyn, L.A.
Wrong. Dude in London who said
American
the
soil.
dude who said
like,
came back from London, came here,
Thought he was safe.
thought he was safe, he was doing anything wrong, and got murdered. And then like, what he like, why? A
And
man
it's
from
not-
London,
and it's nothing-
because he's not used to this country and him being black. And now I'm pretty sure he catch shit in London, but apparently I haven't seen them.
Oh no! They're turning up because of the
BLK is all
the
the
same
stuff.
reasons.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, oh they are, but I'm
Yeah.
saying, but I haven't heard of a widespread thing of when like London police killing black folks.
No, I haven't either. But not really. Which is really dope about what's going on. It is.
It's worldwide
It's starting to resonate.
Yeah.
but it has to continue to. Though.
Yeah.
You know.
But I mean, it's real. It's real. It's real out there. I mean,
Yeah.
like, it's part of the reason Meghan Markle was like telling her husband
Oh, we gotta go.
was like, yo,
Oh, the whole reason she
Look,
left was
look,
racially,
look,
Yeah.
racially motivated. Honey, they was
they
slaughtering.
they are overtly, subtly racist. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's a good way to put that.
You know what I
That's
mean?
a good way to put that.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes.
Like,
Yo,
I know exactly what you mean.
and they're like, what?
What happened? We can't say that.
They said something. It said something that they didn't think was racist.
We can't say that.
But
And then they say, like, wait, that's not racist. That's not racist at all.
what did I say? Like,
But it's obvious though because
I have black friends.
All I said, this guy was blue.
I have black friends. I have black friends.
But because you can literally juxtapose some of the same things that they were saying about Kate Middleton to around the same time, especially if you just take that 9-month period that she was pregnant, that they were pregnant, right? Oh, she's glowing, but she's fighting to have blah 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 blah. Oh, Kate wants to. Megan is just evil and wants
She's
to.
kicking out.
she-
She's kicking out assistants.
Right,
She's a
changing,
monster. She's a witch.
changing culture and blah blah blah. Like yo, they were slaughtering her.
But
You
but
can
they
do a
tie
direct
her
one for
blackness
one.
into it.
Every single time, every single damn
And
time.
you know what's funny? Like, you forget, and you even forget. Remember when Tiger Woods was on the verge of winning? Was on the verge of winning? What'd that dude say? What'd that white man say? I hope you don't have fried chicken and collard greens.
God damn.
Who said that?
Yeah, I
Remember
remember
that
that.
shit?
I remember that.
That.
Look,
Do you remember that shit?
I remember hearing about that.
Do you remember that shit?
It was.
That
I think-
motherfucker said-
I think it was Nick
Was it-
Paul though. I think
Yo,
might have been.
it was a fellow golfer.
Yo,
Whoa.
I think
It was a
Nick Paul, though.
fellow golfer.
Oh, I love fucking Google.
A fellow
yeah,
white
I think-
Yeah, pull
golfer
that
said
up.
he
Pull
was
that
like I hope he don't ask for fried chicken and collard greens for the winter's dinner or some shit like
But
that.
guess what? On top of that shit, though, if he had asked for that
In
shit
the
and they
90s.
served it, you asked for the show. Oh, we got
In the
fried
90s.
chicken and greens.
In the 90s.
What eliminated that?
In the 90s. In the 90s.
Yo, that was like in Augusta.
In Augusta.
You know what I'm saying?
All
I was
right.
right on the street. Like,
Here's one.
Oh,
I
he
saw.
said that?
We
He
talk
probably did.
about examples, right? So this
look. Are they?
Sergio Garcia.
was the dude.
Sergio said that?
Sergio Garcia.
You know what I'm saying?
His
maybe
he
he said
ain't-
like that.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
He ain't good enough to
Sergio-
say that.
like that. Like, yo, I hope they don't be.
He's won PGA championships, but Sergio, you ain't good enough to say that to that man.
But
Get your talent up, nigga.
look, y'all big girl.
Sir, look, Tiger is still on the cusp of a comeback. Whatever time, Sergio been done.
I mean, but you know,
That's like Jeff Garcia talking shit about a current quarterback right now. Jeff Garcia talking shit about Patrick Mahomes. Look, Jeff, you been out of here, bruh. We know you played. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You had your time, you blew it.
Did they? He get there. Like, what the fuck?
and he said that when.
Back in the 90s, dog.
96?
When he
Wait,
first
hold on, I'm looking
won.
it up now.
This
That's
is when he achieved his spot
Won that
in history,
Masters.
and he won the Masters.
Wow.
The dude before
Oh
he
no, that wasn't Nick Paul though.
before he
Listen
won,
to Sergio.
there was a guy. That
Sergio
said,
Garcia.
there was a guy that said,
Everybody really. I got
hope-
another one.
I hope he doesn't ask for collard greens and fried chicken Because
don't you go
because
fuck
the
yourself?
winner.
I would've
Here's the
beat
thing,
holy
yo,
shit
because-
out of this
because the
guy.
winner- The winner is to choose the dinner. The winner.
Right.
But
The
guess
winner is to
what?
choose the dinner.
Right.
And
But
he's
guess
half
what?
black.
Yes.
And he's
yes.
half black.
But guess what?
He's half black.
That's some bullshit. If a
Exactly.
white man asks for some fried chicken and collard greens, macaroni and cheese, and some fucking cornbread and lemonade, oh shit, we good today?
But
Look,
again,
look,
Oh, if everybody thought like
here's-
you.
That's all.
but
That's
here's-
all.
but
We
here's-
good today?
But here's what it speaks to. Here's what it speaks to, right? So we know that is overtly racist.
Overtly.
But there's white folks.
What did he say?
There are
Just
white
add-
folks
add, like, just add
who are
watermelon in
who
there
are
and you're
Yeah.
done,
who
right?
are on
Right.
both sides.
Watermelon and Kool-Aid.
There are
Yeah.
white
Watermelon
folks.
and Kool-Aid.
There are
right?
white
Just add
folks-
them, you really
There are
done.
white
Yeah.
folks who are on both sides.
Hold on, real
who
quick,
think-
real quick.
who
No.
think that
No.
that is a
No.
that is a social like yeah.
No.
Mm.
I'm gonna say this.
And now he is getting skewered over what some are calling blatant racist remarks
Blatant racist.
at Tiger Woods.
It might be called the gentleman's game, but there's no love lost between Tiger Woods and Sergio Garcia.
I don't care if I'm gonna play with Tiger or not.
The 2008 Players' Championship winner Garcia teed up a major controversy that has some calling racism. When jokingly asked Tuesday night if he would invite Woods over for dinner at an upcoming tournament, he said, "We will have him round every night. We will serve fried chicken." Woods swiftly responded Wednesday, tweeting, "The comment that was made wasn't silly. It was wrong, hurtful, and clearly inappropriate. I'm confident that there is real regret that the remark
Look,
was
and
made."
he still has a job too.
That's not the one I'm talking about.
But I said,
And that's not the one I'm talking
but I'm
about.
telling you this.
That's not the one.
In,
Oh my
in
God.
my
It was
opinion,
it was
in my
good.
opinion, what you said is correct. Guess what? There ain't no both sides. There is not a both sides. Guess what? Seeing racism and being quiet about it puts you on the other side.
What I'm speaking to is the fact is the folks is the white people
Who think there's two sides?
who
No,
think-
you're on
who
that
think
side.
there's a line.
Yeah.
Who think there's a line and who think there's this common bond, this familiarity, this this is the joke, right? No, the fuck it ain't. No, the fuck it ain't. I don't care how cool we are.
That's not a common
The fuck that shit ain't cool.
It's not a common joke.
That shit ain't fucking cool.
Guess what?
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I could.
And that's to the folks. That's to the folks who claim to be woke, who claim to understand, but don't understand.
I
But
I could
folks,
have a-
I know folks that will never say something
Absolutely.
like that. And don't
Absolutely.
Even, it's not even having to question their wokeness because you just already know.
Here's the
Yeah,
thing.
you know what I mean?
But guess
like,
what?
so,
Because you know a white person who was woke like that, and then not to the masses, to you personally, say it to your face as a joke. I know somebody who could do that. They like basically, oh, what you think? Oh, you serving fried chicken? Man, fuck you, man. You know because guess what? They know what they just said was some bullshit. They get, oh, what I just said was racist. I said it to you because I know you, and I know you know that I know what I just said was racist. as a joke.
Between us.
You operating from a comfort factor.
And
at
it's
that
between
point.
us.
And between us, but they never would have said that to the fucking masses.
They wouldn't have said it to another black
Hell
person.
no, they said it to me.
To another black person.
Like,
I am the only black person.
if it's me and you, oh, they ain't saying it. Why?
No one can
they
hear
don't know
this
you.
shit.
Like,
No one can hear this
I'm
shit.
gonna tell you that shit.
But because at that point it's what it should be. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure we all have friends. Like, you know, I got one of my best friends is a white dude. I got Puerto Rican. I'm across the fucking board. You
I'm
know
a
what saying?
military brat.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm military too. You know what I'm saying? So like that's in my mind. That's what it should be. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you know what's up. You know what's right and wrong. You know good goddamn well that everybody isn't you.
You know what I'm used
You
to
know?
building on? What I'm used to building on is a common ground.
Yep.
Right?
100%.
As a military brat, having to move around a lot.
Yep.
Every time you touch down in a new place, you got to make friends.
Mm-hmm.
You got to assimilate.
Yep.
So it becomes, yo, what you into?
Yep. I like
Yo,
this.
I like basketball.
Yep.
Bet.
Yep. Let's ball.
That's what I like. Cool. And you build from
You find
that.
common ground.
You build from
You
that.
find common
You know what I'm
ground.
saying? And so that's what I'm used to.
Yep. Period.
Like, exactly.
Yeah.
You mean like a logical thing I think
Right,
should
the
work?
logical thing, nigga.
Exactly.
Like we have something in common.
Exactly.
Like
It's basketball, and so it's like, and then, but the
It just grows
the
from there.
beautiful thing is cultures evolve
Yep.
and mix, because now it becomes like, yo, when I'm over your house at 12 in the afternoon playing video games, and your mom is like, yo, it's time for lunch, and this is what we have. I'm sitting over here like, yo, I don't get that shit in my house.
yeah.
What we eat?
Exactly.
What we
It's
eat?
like, it's like, yo, what is this about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now for me,
Like a culture
for
shock
me,
almost.
for me, that's Filipino kids, that's Japanese kids,
Mm-hmm.
that's white kids from
Yep.
North Carolina, from California, from New York.
Mm-hmm.
That's black kids from the South, from all over the world.
Military to do that.
I'm just taking it in.
Shit, what we eating today? Oh,
What is Saturday morning like in your house?
Yeah.
I'm seeing it. I'm taking it in, and what I'm learning is, it's just like my house.
Yep.
What you said?
Cartoons, eating something. We
In-
going
in my-
outside.
in
Your
my
mom
house.
fussing at you.
Yup.
Your mom fussing at you.
Clean your
And,
room.
and I'm right
Clean
here.
your damn
Your dad
room.
and your dad phoning it in. Listen to your
Mom.
mom. You know,
I
it's
know
all the same.
Because in my opinion, I think the world would be better
And
if
then
eat
you
together.
go and then you go and you hit the streets together.
we here. We out here.
And
We
you
out here.
building.
Because
and
you know,
building.
and y'all know, like, look, when I go out with Maine to his home city, look, I'm good. You know why? Maine here. If something pop off, look,
Yo,
if I
he
get
set the tone. He
if,
setting the tone.
if I get into it in somebody in this man's city,
Absolutely.
then get what? I know that he knows I'm already in this shit. Why? We in this
And
shit.
exactly. Like I'm never gonna be taken off by how the tempo it fluctuates or how it stays. I know, cause I'm with my man.
Yeah.
I'm with my man. I'm with my man.
Yeah.
I'm with my
I
man.
mean, if we go to
I'm with my
Augusta,
man.
I might have to.
Like,
you
yo,
know,
however it
Call it
however it moves.
But you would dictate
You
how we
know.
move, though.
Yeah.
That's one thing you know
You
about
know.
your city. Like, I knew the spots we
yeah.
were going to hit. We're going to have that kind of.
I know
how it's
where not
gonna
to
go.
Absolutely.
I know how it's gonna go. I know how I need to move.
Yeah.
I know how I need to talk.
Yes,
I know how I need to
absolutely.
move.
Yeah,
So-
we're not going through like this hood over here because we
No,
already know
I'm
what
going.
that's about.
Look,
We're gonna go to these spots.
How these spots.
So all right. So here's the one. So, all right. Full transparency. Like now, I'm having a hard time. Like, how do you know moving forward with everything that has all come out? You understand what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
with
man.
Action.
with folks. With all right. That's with
Bona
folks.
fide action.
We're not at that.
What do you
phase
mean?
yet.
But it's not-
What-
but
just-
yeah.
Please expand on what you're
That
asking.
takes-
me.
All right, word. All right,
Form?
I'll expand upon what I'm saying or what I'm asking. Like for instance, like in my case, right? Like because of the military, I am that way. Like I'll meet and speak to anybody, white, black, yellow, brown, green, don't give a shit, right? You know, but because of recent things, it's like, yo, I got fucking played, right? In some respects, you know, on top of what I'm seeing and really aware of now from the brutality standpoint that has been going on, we know, but fuck me recently, I'm like these last couple of years, especially now with kids, like I'm really aware, you know? So I ain't gonna front, man. Like I'll no new Facebook friends, no new white friends, like not just, you know, no new white racist friends. Hopefully, is really what I'm trying to say. But it's like I'm in a space of how the fuck do I move forward so that when I meet and speak with someone, how do I know that you're secretly saying like, yo, go back to another country?
You can never know
Yeah,
that.
and I mean,
All you can
like-
do is
Like
I got you.
You see what
I
I'm saying?
got-
Like how
I-
how do like
but I
how
got-
do,
but
how
I
do
got-
you, how do you initiate the conversation?
But
You don't.
You don't. You can't.
To
You
Look,
don't.
or
you
do
can-
you?
you
know what I
can't-
mean?
look.
But action though. But like
I
you
tell
said,
you what.
action.
I tell you
though.
what. I tell you what. I tell you what. You can only move forward in what you believe in.
That you got. Look.
What
You
do
got to be true to
What
yourself.
do you personally believe in? If you believe that everybody who apologizes to you or claims to be whatever or claims to be saying whatever, if you want to believe that it's bullshit, then all right. if you want to believe that there's possibility out there, if you want to believe whatever you want to fucking believe, that's how you move forward in life. And there are like-minded people out there.
Be true to yourself, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that anyway.
And then you good. And then you
That's
good.
a given,
And that's
right?
Then you good.
And
You
you'll be
good.
able, and you will be able to
Still, but
to,
I mean,
to hold firm.
Can you
You'll
go
be
to
able
the
to
side,
look, you're not gonna be
like, you know what I mean? Like,
yo, like,
like, you
bro.
see what I'm
we're
saying?
all not
Yeah.
gonna move in unison.
How about this?
No, you
all
won't.
not gonna move in unison.
How
No.
about this? How about this? The incident you're talking about, that's the first person that you know about.
That's my point, though.
So, but guess what? But guess what? But guess what? But guess what? But guess
How
what?
many white
But guess
friends
what?
do you have?
But guess what? Didn't you get here just fine?
Yeah, absolutely.
All you gotta do
We
is
sitting
be
here
yourself.
right now. We
Be
sitting here
yourself.
right
Look,
now.
look. You can't control that motherfucker.
Myself is straight.
So look,
No,
look.
I'm
All
straight.
you gotta do is make sure. Look,
Yeah.
go about
Don't
yourself. Don't leave room for somebody else to sabotage you.
Right.
Dot all your I's, cross all your T's, and then guess what? Say what you want to say. Oh,
Yo.
the number's good.
You know what I would say?
Fuck you talking about?
You know what I would say when it comes to these jobs, right? When you feel like it's creeping up on you, right? It's time to get gone. Get gone.
Oh yeah.
Don't give anyone a reason to let you go before your time.
No.
That was my
no,
whole.
no.
God,
See,
yes.
Get the fuck out.
Yes.
See,
Yes.
get the fuck out.
On my
Look,
get the
terms.
fuck out.
On
Luckily,
my
Get the
terms.
fuck out.
That's
Luckily.
Because
right.
look, when you know they're looking for it.
Or not even that.
Luckily.
When you just know where you are, like I just like.
You know you gotta keep it tight.
I don't
And
get-
what sucks. What
no
sucks.
names, no
what
names.
sucks is we already have to keep it 100% on top of 100%.
Oh yeah, man. That's man, black
Yo,
in
you
America.
already
did
know
you,
that.
did you
But
that article I shared on
Luckily for
professionalism?
myself.
if
The
you
one
can get
I
out,
shared on Facebook.
if you can get out,
Possibly.
It's on media. I'll share it with you
Luckily
again.
for myself, when I go about my business at the jobs, white people like me. You know why?
you don't give them a reason.
You know.
Don't give him a reason.
You don't give them a reason.
Guess what? You know what? But deep down, even though I can speak eloquently and you know what I'm saying,
Hey, how you doing?
enunciate, you know what I'm
Good morning.
saying,
Enunciate.
I am the hoodest of niggas.
I like ups.
Yeah. We go to the ups.
You know what I'm saying?
We go to the leans.
Absolutely.
It
But-
goes down.
We'll get to that later.
But here's the thing about that,
I
right?
don't give him a chance.
When white people go to work, do they have to think?
No,
No.
I have.
think-
Look,
I can't give them a reason.
no, I'm a manager. I'm a manager, and guess what? I see white people doing shit. What the fuck are you doing?
Right.
I've been in the thing when I've seen a black person do something
Clap that
and a
shit
white
out,
person
my
do
nigga.
something. I pull this person aside
How's the conversation between the two?
by themselves. So we caught you doing this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking to him in a way that's respectful, but he knows that I'm saying, nigga, what the fuck are you doing out here?
Nigga!
Nigga, what the fuck are you doing out here? You know we got eyes on us.
Like read between the
lines,
lines.
nigga. I'm talking clear. And guess what? I'm sorry. I apologize. Look, I'm sorry to put you in this position. It won't happen again.
But your conversation with the white person, they feel entitled.
It's my fault.
They feel entitled. Because
It's my
everything
fault.
you said,
We're trying to
Yes.
look. We're trying to find
See,
you
they're
doing
so
shit.
entitled.
Look, you know what? Look, if I am trying to find you fucking up, guess what? You still got to be fucking up for me to find it.
The reason we talk.
Cause you fucked up.
So the scenario was you have person A that took accountability.
Look, here's the thing. Just clarify if we said that. These people are doing something that, by doing it, you're not doing the job you're asked to be doing.
Got you. Okay.
What
fair
the fuck are you doing?
enough. Fair enough.
Keep going what you're saying.
So person A
Yes.
say, "Yep, I recognize that. My bad for even putting you in that position. I'm wrong.
Totally. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I'm
Person
sorry.
B.
I'm
how,
sorry.
How person?
I talked to person A
Right.
solo.
Okay.
I don't need a witness.
Right.
Because like you said, I'm talking to this person, but look, so this blah blah blah, and so 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 and so.
And such and
But
such. Blah blah blah.
nigga,
Blah, blah,
what
blah,
the
blah,
fuck are you
blah,
doing in
blah.
here? And guess what? He got. I'm sorry.
Got it.
I'm
but
sorry.
But person B is saying, what
You
the
had
fuck?
to have
What
another
the fuck?
fucking
What the fuck
witness.
are you even talking to me about this shit? Why are you even looking at me?
'Cause I'm
to do
privileged.
something wrong.
You know,
Like,
I'm privileged.
Why would you
Yeah.
look at me
Yeah,
to
right.
be doing something wrong?
Right.
Yes. Here's the thing though.
Wow.
I didn't catch him. Other white folks called him and told me I gotta handle it. I didn't rat you out. Your fellow white folks ratted you out.
And you know,
And then told me
I mean,
your man's in them.
Yo, what Mike F say?
What is it
For that
mean
lot,
there?
what was the
Shit
meal?
there, man.
What was the
Oh,
meal?
for ultimate feast. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Your man sold you out for the ultimate feast.
Put some butter on that right there. I seen a little something.
Yo.
Get that butter right there.
Wait a minute, nigga.
Wait a minute.
Take me down here
Yeah,
to the
I see him
precinct.
now,
One of them sodas down there. Let me get a little bit of that butter.
Butter right.
Hey, that.
You done told for all the fucking feet.
Man,
Yeah.
ultimate feast.
Let me get a little bit of that butter.
That's nuts. But,
And,
but it,
and
that's
then
good.
after that,
Come on,
had
come
an
on, listen, I'm gonna go
attitude
right
with me being disruptive. Look, okay, I spoke to you with so and so to back me up. So guess what? So that somebody can.
You had that
So,
one with
so
me.
you can't. So you
From a
can't.
sexist perspective or from a
That don't even matter.
For all sources.
For all sources.
So that you can't say, okay, this is what happened. So and so confirms my story. You know why? That's what happened. But then after this, you blow up at me, and then you come back into the work environment, and
It's
you're
still
being
popping
disruptive,
still popping off.
talking shit, popping.
They're entitled.
Fuck are
They're
you
entitled.
doing?
Alright.
Know that? Ain't know what I
They're
did?
entitled.
Actually, I'm not doing that. I'm doing it trying to get blah, blah, blah. You know what? I ain't got time for this shit. Let me call my boss. So I had that talk with so-and-so you told me to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happened. Oh, really? That's what happened. You can check with so-and-so to see what happened. They checked the ass.
So, same scenario, and all of it speaks towards privilege and entitlement, right? I had a gig recently with a client, and the supervisor, white woman in Texas. Okay, just say that right now. All right, not no disrespect to Texas, but
Karen from Texas.
but you're right. I can't. You're right.
By the way, fuck all that. Well, Karen's like the N-word. I know somebody named Karen.
I said it from.
Guess what? We know somebody named Karen.
I know that a nice Karen.
Cool people.
I said it from rip. From the first time, like, because usually the way we do things, we set up first, have a chat, and then do a thing, right? So I said it from rip. The very first time I met and worked with this person, I was like, listen, she's the type, she's gonna throw me under the bus. I said it. I said it. I said it in a team meeting. I said it jokingly.
You need to say it jokingly in more eloquent ways.
Damn. No. Get this though. They already knew because this client is not a new client. They already knew that the person had a history of being a certain way.
Always. Damn.
All right.
Physical
And
bus
they
schedules?
just say difficult. That she's difficult. All right. Okay. She's difficult.
Yeah.
With some people. Right. Well, kind of. No, really, some people. So fast forward, I do a gig, and I give my professional opinion.
Mm-hmm.
She calls me unprofessional to my manager because I told her that she, which was the truth, did not know whatever it was. She didn't know what she bought. She did.
Basically,
it was trying
you told
to,
her the truth.
I told her the truth in a very professional manner. And me, I'm a lot of things, right? Like we work with each other. Like I'm a lot, but when it comes to clients and shit, like I'm streamlining.
I know how to talk.
You know what I mean?
Here's some shit.
But they
Again, I used to work at a bank.
banker.
Now,
But not.
I got to the point where I was in a position of number 2
Okay.
at a bank.
Mm.
There's branch manager, and then there's assistant manager / or teller coordinator.
Okay.
Right?
Mm.
So the teller coordinator is the one who's over the tellers, right? They're the people who you go up to every day and say,
Yeah.
how's it, whatever, right?
Yep.
I need $7.25.
The branch manager is over the other people who open accounts,
Okay.
who sell you on shit. It's the teller's job to get you to the seller.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working at this job for
Real quick, bitch got me at the bank. Teller got me to the break manager. Well, you know, blah, 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 blah. I get a credit card? Yeah. I talked to him. And right over there, she be right. Oh, bam. Got me.
yo.
Got me.
So
Doing a great job, by the way.
so I've made it in this job to teller coordinator. Okay? At a branch that's in a hospital.
Mm.
Okay?
Okay.
So that means
I've seen banks in
that means
hospitals.
Yep.
so that means
Nice area right
at
on the rip.
at my branch, I'm the highest rank. And I've got one teller underneath me, and then I have somebody who opens accounts and
Yep.
basically sells you on shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I have. The person who hired me was like, look, what I need is customer service.
Gotcha.
He's like, that's all I need. In this hospital, all that happens, people cash their checks every 2 weeks, and that's it. You're not going to get a lot of
Random
walking
motherfuckers in
traffic.
here.
What you're going to get is a lot of people in here who cash their checks. So just make sure that on payday, you have enough money
Yep.
to cash their checks.
You may get somebody in the hospital
Exactly.
who's visiting somebody who has a check and needs to cash it in the bank.
Exactly.
Act accordingly.
Exactly. So boom, we got that handled.
Yeah.
Right? We got that handled. We got the music we want playing. It's a vibe.
Right.
Now, one thing about the bank is
Cascade.
one thing about the bank is
When you say Cascade?
one thing
I'll tell
about
you the second.
one thing about the bank in a business environment like that, the hospital, there's something called like private banking.
Oh yeah.
This is
High rollers.
this is
That player went on to
this-
get. They said he
this
couldn't
is-
do
high
it.
rollers.
this is when you're talking about, tens of thousands,
Thousands of dollars.
hundreds of thousands,
Okay.
and it's like as a teller, you're like, this is a red flag.
Boop. Need somebody?
Let that 10,000 fly. Let that 50,000 fly. Let that 100,000 fly. Me as a teller, me as the teller coordinator, guess what I know? I know when you make a deposit into an account that's closed, your money is in limbo.
Yes.
Yes, you have evidence that you deposited it.
Yes.
But you
You're
deposited
accounted
it
into a closed account.
into a closed account. So they're going
Your
to
account
go
must
through-
be sorted out before you give you
So-
any kind of money.
So one day, this white lady who works for this doctor comes in, and she puts a check on the desk for $10,000. Said, I want to deposit this into the business account.
Okay.
Business account is closed.
Okay.
I'm like, ma'am,
Here's all the facts.
it's closed. Now, we've already been scolded for telling affluent customers like, hey, you can't do this. and then they call their private business banker, and they call us up and like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, do it. So I tell this lady, like, ma'am, your account is closed. If you deposit this money, it's gonna be in limbo,
Until
and
you
there's
sort-
nothing you're gonna be able to do
or I can do.
to expedite it. So before you deposit this, you might want to call your private banker.
I mean, if you,
Because
you need to get full notice,
because-
right?
Because in any other situation, you know what they always say? Call the private banker. So I was like, you might want to call your private banker. she goes, okay, and leaves. Manager hits me up the next day. He goes, the lady claimed that you were racist.
What? So, whoa.
And her coworker said that it has always been racist. Guess who works with me? 2 other black people.
Oh.
And he tells me, look, perception is reality.
That is true.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I got to reach right now. I can tell you right now it is.
Now again, I was always told when a private banking customer comes through, you shepherd them to their private banker.
Hey,
which
give
is
them
what
all.
I did.
Here's information, man.
And now she takes that and says he was racist to me.
It's good what you're saying.
And not only has he been racist to me, but the entire branch has been racist to me this entire time.
What you told me basically is so, but she could have still put that money in if she'd have said, I don't need to speak to said banker, put money in. You would have done it, wouldn't you?
No.
Fuck the money.
No.
Oh,
No.
that's different then.
No. Because again, she's putting this money into an account to handle business, and I'm telling her like, look, you're not gonna be able to handle business with this account. It's closed.
I will tell her that
It
shit.
is
Well,
officially
do it
closed.
anyway. Do it anyway.
I'm saying if you put this money into this account, you will not have access to it until my company as the bank closes and reconciles that yes, you put this money into a closed account
On purpose.
and not on purpose. Just you put this money into a closed account. Yes, that was a mistake. Here you go. That is what I told her. Like and on top of that, it's $10,000. It's $10,000, and I'm saying to you, like, look, if you put this in here,
Here's the thing.
and so I told her, you need to call your private banker because your private banker has the Batman hotline to whoever you need to
clear it.
at 3 a.m, 2 p.m, 1:30, 1:19 while you're putting your Caesar salad in your mouth. Like, hey, green light this.
Right. I need it.
They
now.
have that.
Right.
She said he was being racist.
Either that's how she actually felt, or she's a lying ass bitch.
It's.
However,
yeah,
if it's the first thing,
She's both.
I would. Yeah.
She's
perception.
both.
Perception is reality. Because I've told people this now, as a restaurant employee who takes orders and
cold blood.
Yo, but
let me finish. As
I resigned before they fired me.
as somebody
They
who
wanted
worked
me
in a
to-
restaurant, think about
to
this.
step down.
I'm taking
And
your
remove myself.
order and I bring you your food. You go to the bathroom. I'm in the bathroom. What's the most important thing that has to happen before? Say it out loud.
Wash your hands.
So, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Wait, before you leave the bathroom, you wash your hands.
Got you. That is it. That is correct. That is the correct answer. However, it's 2 parts to that though. I call issues where, okay, in that stall, there's a sink with soap. You saw your waiter in the bathroom go straight out that door when we went to stall.
Oh hell no!
But what? Oh hell no! What? He washed his hands in
the-
that stall. But guess what?
Okay.
You didn't see it. So because you didn't perceive they washed his hands. Your reality is they didn't wash his hands.
Yeah.
The most important thing is the person sees me
Perception's reality.
watch their hands because perception is reality.
For some, then.
Because if you didn't see me wash my hands and didn't hear the water, in your mind, I didn't wash my hands. And if that's the case, no, I don't want a fucking thing that person gives me.
I still argue it's still for some, though. Perception is reality for some.
So in saying that,
Oh shit.
and in saying that,
It's early. It's
I got a doctor's appointment in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
No. Go, keep going.
But in saying that again, right? When you complained to my manager,
so
it wasn't. He didn't deposit my check.
He was racist. Yep.
here's the thing, though. What you not?
He was racist towards me, a white woman, the number 2 at this doctor. How dare he?
How many times has she come into that same bank and that same thing happened? Guess what? Here's the thing. You in that situation weren't racist at all.
Right.
No. However, if she goes places and the white people do it all the time without giving a fuck, but all of a sudden she comes in here and the black folks are doing it by the book, I've gotten that too. This is how we got to do it. But guess what? Y'all don't stop, because I know, like you know, I can't skirt outside the line, because if I do that, they're going to fuck me up. But she perceives that as because they do this shit all the time. Say to me, I need to get a drink. Where's your ID? I have an ID. I can't serve you.
Right.
What?
Right.
No,
Those
I
are
can't
the
say.
rules.
Look, no. Well, sir. I said, don't tell your name. What you mean? If you tell me that somebody here served you alcohol without your ID, I have to tell my manager, and they gotta fire that person. What? That's what it is. And then when I say that, but yeah. But I'm saying this person may get treated because you know what? That white person, guess what? Man, fuck it. It's not my money.
Right.
They'll get it sorted out.
But
you didn't do anything racist.
No, I didn't.
But however, because these 3 niggas are going by the books, and no, we ain't doing that for you. She thinks
that's
because
what made it so bad because I have serviced this woman multiple times. But again, so
someone you knew.
We've spoken. So now we've
Going back
spoken
to
on
that, right?
we've spoken on the obvious, and we also kind of spoken on touched on okay, so we know that there's the obvious. So,
Which is what? Say it and make it clear.
But hold on, we know what the obvious is, but now someone apologizes. Now the flip side.
case by case basis.
Hold on. Flip side, bigger than that. And I'm going back to what my man said.
And then I got one.
All right.
I got one.
We're at the table right now. All the old heads, what have they always taught us? You want a seat at the table. You want a seat at the table. You want to know. You want to be in the room when shit is being discussed.
Right. Make this decision now. Make decisions.
Do you know what my man said before Donald Trump got elected? My man said, I want my table back.
Here's the thing. Here's how you proceed.
So the flip side, the question is, for everybody, the flip side is, how do we move forward? How do all of us move forward? Obviously, we need the white people to do something. But the black people need to do something too.
Do what you can when you can.
And what is that?
Whatever you can when you can. Look.
And that's for everybody.
Get whatever gains you can when you can. Guess what? I agree. You know, fucking table back. But guess what? What if? Yeah. Oh no. So, you want this? Oh, this or nothing? Then guess what? You get nothing. Get what you can get while you can get it, but work towards getting it at some point in time. Work towards getting it all. At some point in time, it's gonna hit a critical mass, and something gotta shake.
Oh shit! This our table now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I need to see all your fucking resources and your references, everything right here lined out. Wow, I need to see what's going on.
Receipts.
I need it all.
Because when it looks like it's hard to.
Yeah. Looks like Chinese and Russian to me.
So as the person who said that, and as you see, this is at least over 3 years that you said that. I heard it and never forgot it. And right now, for me, it resonates.
Extremely.
It resonates because in these last, I'll just say personally, in these last 3 years, like there's a lot that I didn't know as a black man that I didn't know about Black history, and it's not because. Yes.
They don't put it out there. You have to seek.
They didn't want me to know.
You have to seek it out.
Like our whole education system is set up to only skew it one way.
They didn't want me to know, and 2, I personally wasn't seeking it out.
That too.
You're not gonna seek out shit you'll know
That's
about.
fine.
For
That's
what?
fine.
Yeah,
That's a valid argument.
You know,
but the truth is, I've always known I was a black person. My parents had to talk with me.
But did you know how deep it goes?
Exactly.
No.
I didn't know
I'm still
the deeper truths. Yeah. I didn't know the roots. Yeah. And again, and now for me, I would say it goes back to the fact that I was born in Germany. I don't have ties to America the way a lot of black people do.
We still didn't know either.
But do we though? Like
yes.
I mean, we do. We got ties to the state we were born in.
Yes.
And all that.
Look, yes.
We right now are the most American. Sorry. We are.
I finished it.
We are the second.
Yes.
We're possibly the second most American people here.
From a generational standpoint.
No. Native Americans are the first. We're the second. You know why? You talk to a white person, they can tell you they're from Wales or fucking Scotland or fucking England or fucking Croatia, Serbia, all the fucking places. Where the fuck are you from? I'm from here. My line stops here. I am only American. What about Africa? That's a fucking continent. You know how many countries there are in that motherfucker? I like Nigerian chicks. My brother like Ethiopian. What I'm saying is this. Like, look. Yeah. We had to talk one day. I figured out I like Nigerian chicks.
You know what I'm saying?
But guess what? What about Kenyan chicks? Look, we are the second most American because my entire lifeline is here. Right. I can't go back and trace my lineage to so-and-so. Right. I can trace a genealogy and say, oh, according to my DNA, I'm from so-and-so, but I can't go back. Meaning my last name isn't my last name.
And
I'm from here.
And so for me,
Georgia, Florida,
so again,
bam.
So like for me, I'm born in Germany, right? Like I can tell by how you talk. You're from a specific part.
What part?
Of America.
Somewhere.
Probably somewhere upstate, New Jersey or New York, because you keep talking about New Jersey and New York. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And lived in Jersey.
And he's from Asheville.
See, we got that silky southern draw.
And you from Cartersville, right?
Rome, GA.
Rome. I'm sorry.
Rome,
GA. From Augusta, right? And so when folks talk to you, it's like I hear it, right? Now a lot of folks talk to me, and they be like,
"Where you from?"
They like,
"What are you?" You know what I'm saying?
You ain't from around here. What are you? You're not from around here.
Like you talk so. You're mixed, but you're not mixed. What are you? And I'm like, my family's from New York, and they're like, that's what it is.
And you're like, I was born in Germany.
Where are you from? What borough are you from? I was born on Hahn Air Force Base in Germany. Huh? Where the fuck all that shit come from? My dad is from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. My mom is from Jamaica, Queens. My cousin, who I interact with all the time, is like, yo, sign, buddies, sign. You understand what I'm saying?
The butters.
That's where it's from. Yep. It's not authentic.
It rubs off.
My personal tree, was not planted here. You understand what I'm saying? So the connection to the history was not there. I didn't grow up with it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up with those kind of elders in the community. In the type of community I might have grown up in had my dad not been in the military and still been in New York.
It depends.
Whatever. In 81.
Oh, right,
in 81.
There was a lot of crack, a lot of heroin.
In
Sometimes-
81.
sometimes you get told shit.
In
A lot of
81,
heroin,
in
actually.
81, with a black man who was rocking an afro from Bed-Stuy, New York, and a black woman from Jamaica, Queens. Where would I have been at in New York at that time had he not been in the military? And I'm born on the other side of the world. My concept of the world
It's so different.
Right.
is
That would be
so
dope.
much bigger.
That would be so
It's
dope.
so
'cause
much
I was
different.
gonna say, right, it's bigger. You
It's
hit
so
the
much
nail on the
different.
head.
It's
Yeah.
so much different. Somebody on my Facebook one time said, because I posted something about yo, I would bounce to Africa because look what Ghana's saying for black people when they come home.
Yeah.
If you can prove your lineage, right?
No, pause. No, expand on that. If you could prove your lineage.
It was like if you could prove your lineage, you could immediately get citizenship
Oh yeah.
and be allowed to vote or some shit like that, right?
Yo.
And so I posted that. Now for me, that's something that was like bet, and I think you was like, nah, this is my home, right? And then my man, who was also a military brat with me, was like, yo, some folks who were born here don't have the same ties to America like that.
I just don't trust them.
You know what I
damn
mean?
tests.
Be careful.
Look,
be
Now,
careful.
that's not to say.
No.
Now, that's not to say that the world doesn't
I'm not
have
going.
its problem with.
I'm not going with what you're saying. I was saying something totally different. Be careful between 3 and me. You'll be fucking around and dry stitching on somebody 3 legs down, and you come to the line. Oh,
check it out.
that's you.
With DNA tests, yeah, okay, so you do a DNA
Oh,
test,
sorry.
you get the shit back, and it say you from Africa.
Right.
Or you
That's a
are
continent.
20%. You know what I mean?
Nigeria.
Whatever the
Right.
fuck it says.
This your mix.
Whatever the fuck it says. But as opposed to when is the most important relevant question. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people, when they see that my shit trapped back to the Ivory Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I must have came over here on the slave trade because that's when the people from the Ivory Coast came
Right.
over here.
Right. But that's
Not-
that might not be the case.
No, it's not the case.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we was already over here through some other. What was more economically viable? Since we're talking about economies,
Enslaving
and all
people
this
from
other shit.
bring motherfuckers over here, from over here,
Right.
or the folks who are already here.
Right.
Oh, here,
Or some
make them
kind of
slaves.
goods,
Right.
or some kind of goods. Period.
So yeah, we from Africa, but not from way west. Not how they say. it.
Not recent Africa.
You know what I mean? Or not through their vehicle of transportation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that makes a difference.
I see
Well,
what you're
actually,
saying.
You know what
You
I'm
were
saying?
already here.
We were already
I
here.
read to your point that we were already navigating the seas long before
Yo,
Columbus.
it's some shit about Mansa Musa that I don't even want to get into.
Yup.
Where everybody
Yup.
propped him on a pedestal, but really he was a dumbass.
No, was he really?
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
I know about him
Who
from
again?
Civ.
Mansa Musa, they say he's the richest man in the world. He's black. He had all this gold.
And in civilization,
But-
he's always rich.
You know what I mean? This motherfucker went
This game
parading
motherfucker.
around with his gold. You know what I'm saying? But the real story is his real king, you know what I'm saying, went over to the new land a long time ago. They had these maps and they was navigating the seas, you're right. You know what I'm saying? And they came over here, never to return again. Well, they sent a sample, like a first convoy over there, and only one ship came back. But they didn't believe that the motherfucker went to the edge of the earth. They was looking for the edge of the earth. So the real king packed up like enough gold to last or whatever, and he went over there, and nobody came back. Meanwhile, wherever the fuck Mansa Musa was, he got the rest of this bullshit like, oh, well, now he parading. Maybe he was trying to make connections and, you know what I mean, trying to expand the network, but they saw him as a dinner because really, they didn't want the gold, they wanted the fucking maps.
So that way they
that tracked all the way back to the Aztecs and the
Yep.
Mayans who had all that gold there at the time.
But so I say my story all that to say, like, you know, I'm not tied the same way.
Understandable.
Right.
My tree has been uprooted and planted in so many different places. I have a different worldview. I have a different worldview of myself. And
It's necessary though. You know what I mean? Like,
But everybody don't
But-
get to experience that.
but at the
What's
same
necessary
time,
is how
but at
you.
the same time, I am in these last 3 years, I've been learning what it is meant to wear the skin.
You need to be cognizant
this
of how
country.
you get treated.
In
Look,
this
You
country.
still looked at it as a
Look.
In this country.
look.
I've truly had to start taking it in because again, as a military brat, I've been privileged in a different way. I've been exposed to, again, like I said, you touch down in Japan, you go to school, middle school on the base,
well,
you got black kids, you got white kids, you got Filipino kids, you got Japanese kids, you got all kinds of kids. And you don't have fucking time to just be singling folks out. You just trying to get in where you fit in.
Find
They
that
play
bang.
basketball.
You find about trying
I
to bang.
hoop. I hoop. And guess who hoops? Motherfucking everybody.
look,
You know what I'm saying?
With-
And so, but again, so my question is, how do we move forward? Because for me, me personally, I feel like my best way of moving forward is getting better educated.
That's everybody's
Because I know personally that I'm not sound enough to truly get a bullhorn and be hollering shit out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I know that the stronger that my foundation gets, that I solidify myself, I'm able to pass on to my kids. I'm able to discuss with my wife and my family, which it then reinforces and hopefully sets them on the journey earlier than me, late in life, when, in my opinion, it's a lot too late. It's 2020 and a fucking cop can sit there and look on the camera like,
But
I don't
like,
Hell,
is this my
I mean,
good?
Fred
Is this my
Sanford-
good side?
Fred Sanford said it in a joke in 1973. Lamont came up to him and said, yeah, they discovered and said that the leading cause of death for black men was heart disease and something else. He was like, that's funny. I thought it was police brutality. That was 1973.
Right.
You know, like, ugh.
Right.
You don't have to have a bullhorn and
Mm.
get out there and talk to the masses just off GP.
Just have that one conversation.
But the knowledge you have, when you see somebody say something and you have that information and know that that's false,
Yeah.
call them out then.
That one
So you
that
can't let
one
this thing, because guess what?
That one conversation.
That person there, people could be in the room and have no idea what's going on, and then if they say that and there's no counter, people could think, well, I guess that's what it is.
Yep.
You gotta counter what they're saying immediately.
Yep.
No, so they can hear. Look, at least at best, they can make their own mindset.
Yep.
But you don't have to be out there with a bullhorn. Don't expect to either. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And always, even though your worldview is different and maybe different,
Yeah.
you need to act accordingly.
Absolutely.
Because guess what? I tell people, look, I tell Americans, don't go to foreign countries thinking you got some kind of fucking rights over there. You gonna be in a foreign prison.
Dude,
Hostile.
Yo, real quick.
You know,
As a kid, home base, it was always known, like, yo, if you fuck up off base, if you fuck up off base,
No. You in a foreign country.
you fucked.
that's your ass.
Because we have no say in what they do to you.
They told us all the time.
And we're
On
not calling
their
an
side,
international incident because of your
on-
motherfucking ass.
Yep.
Right?
They told us all
And
the time.
if you fuck up royally, and I gotta send your ass back to the fucking States,
Yeah, because you're dependent. Yep. Yep.
I gotta send you back to a family member. And that's where you have to then live and go to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as you touch down, it's the same conversation. It's the
Don't
same
fuck up.
conversation when you pull up to the store. You touch something, You break something.
That's your
I
ass.
break you. Okay, Dad. All right. You know what I'm saying? It's the same conversation. Like, yo, when you off base, don't fuck around.
Act accordingly.
Do not fuck around. Because
I gotta go. I got a
our
doctor's appointment at 9 in the morning. I gotta
Damn.
go. I gotta go.
Yeah,
I gotta
respect
go.
that.
All right.
Look, so gentlemen, hey,
Mhm.
do better. Thanks for tuning in. Look, this has been an actual pregame show.
sorry about the technical difficulties.
Hey,
I am so sorry.
Thanks for having
and
Shout out
us.
to the special
listen.
guest.
Whoa.
Can we officially say that we back on the routine, or do we want to wait?
I'm good on Sundays.
We good on
Good on
Sundays. You know,
Sundays.
we've been in the 2-step, man. That's how we
Listen,
want to move.
so the pregame show is back for Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not 10, maybe 9, maybe 11,
Maybe 11:25.
maybe 11:13, and 59 seconds and 26 frames. But either way, season 4 is officially back, and we're gonna finish this thing out properly. And we're gonna hit you right back with a fist in the mouth for season 5. So thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you staying with us.
and as always, pregame responsibly. To my left,
It's your boy Blacks. To my left.
Done son since '81.
It's the Ashen one. Shout out to our special guest.
Yeah.
I'm just here. I'm the Dutch.
Dutch May Star.
It's been fun.
Yep.
It's been fun.
It's
Tune
been
in next
fun.
Sunday.
peace.
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Absolutely.